round 6, of course. Yeah, we missed one. Technically round 5, but yeah, calendar-wise it is round 6. Round 3, of course, will be rerun at the end. But how it may be, this is Zandvoort, round 6. Friday night racing TNB style, of course, 100% race distance and full qualifying. Not like a certain person in the comms box tonight with me would think it's a short quali, as if we ever have done that here at TNB. 1 week out of a comms box and he goes nuts. But anyway, it's what can I say about a person that believes you don't need to have a kettle to make good coffee. Good tap water coffee is what is his key. So the guy's obviously nuts, but you know what? Yes, Devin Alice.
Good evening, everybody. And you don't need a kettle for coffee. It's just hot water. And no sugar either, no milk. Brilliant coffee. Anyway, how are you doing, Johan?
I'm good, thank you. You?
I'm good. I said I got no sound here in Q1.
Yeah, same here. But then again, it's been the story of my life here in F1 20 so far. Every Q1 I sit without sound, so nothing new.
Well, I think I've got the 50% track record when it comes to that. And I see Matt is out on an outlap.
Of course, just something for those guys who picked it up. You would have seen Kimi retiring there. Of course, that's just Kimi serving his quali ban that he got for last week for not being able to submit footage on request of stewards. So yeah, Kimi just got that. So sorry, I just want to get just the stuff here so we get the comps, everything ready. Right, here we go.
Oh, yellow flag sector 1. Who's slow?
Yeah, that's just somebody slowing down.
It's someone in it's Force. No, it's not. Yes, it's Force going into pits. And there should be a Alpha out as well, starting his lap. Have you done any laps on this track?
Yes, I did.
And what do you think of it? We haven't had any F1 running on here though, so I suppose this is all we have.
Look, it's a bit, how can I say, roller coaster if I can.
It does remind me of a roller coaster though. Up and down and this way and that way. I mean, bloody hell.
Can I see we got a new guy? Hello, Cole. I see Cole is actually there he joined actually TNB there on Discord. Welcome, Cole. Of course, Cole is his first time tonight here at TNB, so he will also take a quali ban. He didn't join in time, but it's fine. He would have anyway served a quali ban because part of our rule, if you join first time, you need to start at the back of a grid to show obviously your racecraft and so forth, so forth. Of course, the guys here have been doing this for a while now, so they're used to everybody. So it's just a rule for everybody's benefit, and of course also for the new guy to get used to the rest of the nutty bunch, if I can call them that. Ooh. So yeah. Pretty much full grid, so Carl is there. Carl will fully reflect at the end of qualifying when the race starts. He will be the 20th rider, so full grid tonight. Very good turnout. I must say, actually, a very decent turnout so far for the entire season.
Very. I mean, we had, average of 17, 18 drivers?
Correct.
Every week, except last week, I think, I suppose. A little bit of ESCOM issues, I suppose. I don't even know if I should say ESCOM. Anyway. Yeah. Ooh, fastest lap. Very well done. An Alpha goes top.
For now, not Fernando. And not much between him and RJDV. But exactly. That's a very good lap to start with.
Exactly. I mean, Matter is 2 seconds, 1.8 seconds off the pace of there.
Sandbagging. I'm calling that one. Because we all know old Boris. Boris can go faster than that. For those of you wondering, it's Boris Hamilton. Boris Matterton. That's the name, Boris Matterton.
Oh, Nismax is out. I thought he's going to be lock up there from him. I thought he's going to be a little bit late, but
No. I said just before we got it going, Nismax managed to join.
See, Foss is out in the lap, Jean is out in the lap, Gab is still in the pits, Atti's in the pits, Legend in the pit. Ooh, and Foss
wow. Boinkies actually surprising, and for a change, Boinkies woke up with a weather report. So Boinkies the very first guy to respond and actually telling us a cloudy race. Cloudy but
Where's
dry.
Steph?
Where is Steph? Where is Rob? Boentjies actually beat both of them tonight. Oh my word. Ja, Boentjies met Asia. Good evening, Mrs. Judge. Welcome. Nice to see you. Always nice to have you there on the comms box. Well, comms box meaning the commentary on YouTube, but always nice to have you and for the feedback you give us. And no. This one here we call him Boris Matterton. Coincidentally, he is from the UK. He's our one and only driver from the UK. Hence, obviously, everybody call him Boris, and because he's always winning. But we can't call him Hamilton. His name is Matt, hence Matterton. So Boris Matterton. Oh, and Mrs. Judge. Mrs. Judge's Afrikaans is getting brilliant. So Frikie's doing something there. That's perfectly spelled everything. I love it.
I wonder what's the first word, Friktote.
Now, I think around Mrs. Judge Frick actually behave.
Okay.
Okay, I actually want to say something. I'm going to say it, and she's listening, and I'm going to say it. I actually admire Mrs. Judge, and I love that woman, because that's the one person that can keep Judge in shape. And then Judge is like a old little puppy, you know. But when Mrs. Judge is not around, then he's like a bulbul. Attack mode.
No, what's Steph then? If Frik is a bulbul.
Ach no, Steph's bark is worse than his bite. Once you get used to Steph, ach no, there's nothing wrong. That's just barking. You see, he's one confused dog. He's either mooing or it's oink oink. Is no more barking. So don't you think that's one confused puppy?
I'm not gonna get into
Oh well, there we go. Mrs. Judge actually responding to your message.
Oh, what AD
she said
and Gav. AD and Gav. That
teammate.
Was
teammate.
Exactly.
Golden rule of F1. Do not collide with your teammate.
I don't know if you saw that. I just happened to click on there.
No,
that was horrible.
I actually saw Mrs. Judge commenting on your comment about the first words. The first words were moenie so gaap nie. Oh, and Gav disqualified.
Oh, he's going the wrong way though.
Oh, Gav Peak, it's all falling apart. So we got Not Gimme out, we got Gav Peak out. So another 2 cars to be eliminated after this session. Of course, there's only 15 go through to the next session.
Yeah, that was a horrible crash though. That was horrible.
Do I say that loud?
I would like to know what that is because I cannot see the YouTube comments.
Okay.
Obviously.
Mrs. Judge, the judge still doesn't know not to pee on the floor.
Sorry. I do apologize. I hope he's not listening though.
Of course he's going to listen somewhere. He's probably going to watch the stream afterwards. But he got some good compliments tonight. 2 guys joining us. Apparently they are from the Netherlands. Just don't know how legit or if it's just somebody with a fake account. But anyway, as it may, 2 new guys on the group, and they're all complimenting Judge about Radio Girl.
Oh, Springbok into the wall.
Oh,
coming out of turn. What was that? Turn 1, 2,
so
3.
that is car number 3 out of this session. So 1 more car to be eliminated. So the guys in front are pretty much... Oh well, look at Matt and Sebastian. Look at that for close. 447, 477.
Who's sandbagging between those two?
No. Mrs. Judge, we noticed that. He is one stout puppy. Ronald, don't worry. Whatever we say is way above your IQ tonight, so that's fine. Just do what you do best. Stick to the racing. But thanks for the weather report, by the way, while you're there. Beating Staffy and RJDV tonight.
Well, Steph is out on track though. So he hasn't retired yet, which is very strange. He usually retires.
Yeah, and well, already, 4 laps on tyres?
Exactly.
Unless he's using this also as a bit of practice, no, maybe not a lot of running coming into this race. So pretty much low to mid 110s, but that time is going to come off.
That's good. They're gonna fall.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
sure they're going to fall.
Yes. No, please, no. I love it. I like it actually when everybody, comment. The more comments, the better. It makes the commentating also more fun. I'm actually privileged to have a co-commentator this season. A couple of seasons I did it alone. So I always love the comments there. And people be part of a comment. Of course, the whole conversation is not just about me, but also about you guys posting comments there. So I don't care, Mrs. Judge, who thinks what. You post there whatever you want. Feel free. I don't
just
even
cannot
care
see the
about
comments.
YouTube.
I just cannot see the comments because I'm on Twitch, so
Okay,
in the comments there is...
you see that thing, you know that thing next to you that they call a phone?
Hi, Bo.
YouTube.com.
Yeah, but I'm already on something else.
Okay, then you then you get yourself a freaking laptop or whatever. So you have two devices, one for Twitch, one for YouTube. Hello,
That's
Frana. Oh, Ronnie already saying the track is going to be rough. So but then again, he already predicted it before coming into the start of it. It's going to be a rough one. Pickle me this, pickle me that. You're a cucumber.
Well, he's not doing too bad. He was first once upon a time. He was leading the table once upon a time. But
Mrs. Judge, yeah, you're right. Judge couldn't read the comments last week. But that was the midweek racing stream we used. And I think those guys banned comments or whatever. It's something about their settings. Well, here at TNB we don't have it. So the comments should be viewable afterwards. But as if you're scared of Judgy, I think he's more scared of you, and that's how it should be. Jeff is now also on YouTube. Oh.
Is Jeff giving you issues? I wonder who's Jeff.
No. Turbo is a bullet way. The comment on YouTube. I am Jeff. Footsack Jeff.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
It's like yesterday, I did a few practice lap career mode actually on this track.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and I got so annoyed that I actually tell Jeff to F off.
Ooh, 80 spun, sector 2 coming out of...
Well, there we go, yeah, just as you call it. But he does have some time already. So, yeah, it's something... But Springbok Gamer Staffy retired, so Staffy should be staying because Springbok, Kimmy and Gapik is gone, so it's one more.
Well, Vino's there, Judge is there.
But Staffy might not be safe. If Judge can actually get into a low 112s.
Exactly.
He's currently in the pits, but there's still 4 minutes to go, so he's got enough time. Not a long track, so he can easily, if he go out now, do another 2 laps.
It's the only one out on track, Karen.
But I think it's going to be tricky. Hello, Tiens, Chucky. There we go. There's the Judge. That's why the Judge is in the pits. He's on the comment section. Well, Judge now knows you're watching. He just posted there, hello, my wife. So, Judge do know you're watching. And finally, RJDV decided to make an appearance. Rox, jy's laat vanaand. Geen weather report nie. Hier boontjies beat you hands down.
Where is the weather report? Oh, yes, it was earlier.
Oh, now Judge goes out just to show off because he knows the camera is on him and we're talking about him.
Let's see.
Of course, Judgy having a teammate tonight for a change. We got not Maverick, our reserve driver, actually on track as well. So Judgy feeling the team thing tonight.
Oh, Kimmy's also got a teammate.
Oh, AlphaTauri ride very quick. Judge didn't see him, but just reacted with enough time to spare. So luckily nothing serious there. That should be Vino. Vino didn't post a time yet, so he would be pushing like crazy now just to get some sort of lap time on there.
And he's still fast in Q1.
Purple first sector. On 80 retires. But he should be safe.
Yeah, 80 is what, 11th? Oh. Ooh, a little bit of a spin there coming out of turn 8.
Oh, no, running gaming, running gaming. Like in Cameron. What say Cameron? That's a guy I saw a long time ago. Of course, used to be one of the regular drivers here at TNB. And then he kind of fell off the map. So nice to see Cam is still around.
Ooh, Vino not doing enough. Should go out for another one. Only 17th.
I see Rob is joining Ronald. Not saying it's not going to be nice tonight. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, Ronald. Yeah, we will talk nice. We always talk nice. We're not from PE. But then again, even if we don't talk nice, that's a lady that knows the judge very well. So you think she minds us? She calls the judge husband, so she's used to the worst possible things.
You just said that she's the only one that can tame him. So
of course she is. That's the only one. That's the only one that will look at judge. Just give him the eyeball and he will go, yes, dear. No one else will do that. Cam is called the job, eh?
Just having no sound in Q1 is annoying.
No, it is annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah.
So just a few more seconds, then we'll finally have sound. So of course, not a lot of.
Ooh, Vino not safe at all.
No, it's on the drop zone. And that after the purple first sector. Of course, Mrs. Judge, you keep him calm. But that's your right. That's the whole role about being the wife. But I can tell you one thing, Mrs. Judge. Everybody here at TNB have the utmost respect for you. And I don't mean it in a bad way.
Winky's retired.
She's back.
Judge into the wall, end plate gone.
But luckily he's still running. But it's not going to help him. He's in the drop zone. So Springbok Gamer's going to be safe unless Vino can come up with something. Can Vino pull a rabbit out of a hat?
Well, he just locked up coming out of...
But he just need to get into the low... 11. He just need to get a low 112. Can he do that? Coming around this whole embankment section now.
12, turn 13.
Final section. 108, 109, 110. He should be safe. There we go. Ooh. And he knocks out Springbok Gamer. So Staff just so both Alpha Tauris scraping through. Vino at the last possible moment. Staff, if you look at the times there. But of course Springbok Gamer did retire, so he would have been in any way be out. So there's confirmation. Springbok Gamer, Judge, not Kimmy, and Gaff Peak, the guys eliminated. So if Cole is still around, just waiting for qualifying to finish, if he's going to race, so then pretty much full grid tonight. So all teams basically have both their cars on the grid tonight. So very good.
Yep. I think Gav will be kicking himself for driving in the wrong direction.
That's fine, Mrs. Judge. By all means, we encourage you to do that. Mrs. Judge is confirming she drives him up the wall, and that's the only driving she can do. But it's fine. That's the only driving she needs to do.
We must get her in the comms one evening. That would be brilliant.
We just need to need to find a way to get in the comms box. Because I don't think it's going to work if she hijacks a Judge's PlayStation. But then again,
she can do remote play.
But she can talk on what, and he just needs to drive. You don't need to be in a party. We'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
No, or chat goes through the headset and the audio. No. You can't remote play. That's because they're not in the same location.
Don't become too technical. You're confusing yourself, Mr. Tapwater.
Yeah. I only had coffee earlier. I need more coffee.
Oh, and Renan Gaming, we're copying a phrase out of a Judge playbook. He says this track looks like A, so you should be knowing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just waiting. So we're just waiting for two guys to hit the retire button, or that 38 seconds to run out. No, I thought so as much, Mrs. Jatch. Yeah, unfortunately, the down that side and of course lockdown and all that stuff doesn't make things easy. Luckily, there's things like Skype and stuff like that. And of course YouTube, like yes, so you can still be part of a chat. Thank goodness for that. Oops, Leafy. As if he will ever be angry at you. Not a chance. His heart just swelled tonight with pride when he got those comments about his wife, so not a chance.
I don't know if you saw that AD's got a 5-second grid penalty.
That is for the collision with Gafpick earlier. Both of them got a 5-second penalty, and then shortly after Gafpick got disqualified.
Yeah, that's very harsh, especially with driving into your teammate.
Oh, and that's the whole thing. Teammates should never collide. I'm not talking about this. This was just. I'm not really going into detail in Q1 because it's always the dress rehearsal. The real stuff happens from Q2 onwards. Because now you're going to start seeing also those cement bags getting less and less.
The men's bag less, tire strategy coming into play.
The boats will start reeling in those anchors. Like what you're doing there, commenting there on the chat for us on YouTube. We love it. It's always nice to have someone talking back on the other side. On to Q2 we go.
Ooh, and there's sound.
Yeah, finally Q2. That's also why I probably don't worry about Q1 too much. Looking forward to Q2 for the sound. I never had sound from the start. You at least had.
Yeah, it's like a 50% thing with me. It's like a, oh, do I get it, don't I get it type thing.
There we go. Already some mixed strategies coming up. Of course.
I'm not even looking at that.
No, it's mixed.
When is that?
No, Renan, maybe after the race, but Kimi's got a very tough task tonight. He needs to come from the back of the grid. Serving a quali penalty. No, Mrs. Judge, I'm going to leave that to him. He must enlighten you about those two guys from the Netherlands. I think they probably actually watched podcasts or something that you did, so that's how they know about you. But Judge can tell you all about it. I'm not going to take his fun away. Right, actually good to hear some car sounds for a change.
Mm-hmm. Even if it is a ass.
No, I've got a Merc at the moment. Legend.
I've got Winkies.
And now I'm not saying Merc is legend.
Well, you did see the comment this week about taking away
Renan, that is a vicious comment. But knowing from Renan, yeah, never mind. Renan just saying that Kimi likes coming from the back.
No, man.
No, Kimi, don't roll like that, sorry. No, Mrs. Jat's not something, nothing bad. But like I say, he must tell you himself about these two youngsters that joined the group. But joined us earlier, I'm not sure about the second one exactly, but yeah, all of a sudden today they came alive and started chatting.
Since it's Friday, I suppose.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly if they are who they say they are. A lot of people skeptical, but then again nowadays, who's not skeptical? No, it is too small on the phone, don't worry. There we go. Matt, thank you for and Staffy, it's barrier. End plate, well and truly, not just end plate, proper wing damage, so he's going to have to redo that. Matt just giving us the political correct English there, thank you Matt. Just helping Renan there, telling him that Kimi has experience coming from the back. And not coming from the back like Renan to put it. Staffy now, not really a guy that also, well at least doesn't look like he's someone who can also nurse a car back to the pits. Always have to go full speed. Ooh, and now he bounces all over the corners.
Way easy. There we go.
He's coming through this last sector now. About to say into the last sector.
End plate, no end plate is probably not helping
John already on the 110.4. Must say, there we go. Boinkies did a 1:11.7, but then again, Legend just proved that you can go into the 110s on the mediums as well.
Not Sebastian in the pit, not Fernando.
Okay, now running response to Matt, saying he's a veteran at coming from the back. Now, Kimi is a veteran at freaking winning races, and that's on the gamepad, not even a steering wheel.
Legend going very slowly.
Yeah, I think he's on his way back to the pits. He's done a hot run. Because remember now, this is his strategy, this is the tyres that you need to do the race start on, so you want to preserve him as much as possible so that he can go as long as possible before you have to stop. So I can understand why he's going slow. So I believe a 110 shouldn't be enough to get him into the next session.
Yeah, again, I don't have data, so I can't tell you what's a good time here. So let's see. But a 110 does look pretty decent.
Some EDM music. I see Francois wants us to play some music in the background while we commentate. Nah, I'm not going to go too fancy with technology stuff, but nice suggestion. Maybe we must get banned. Maybe we must get someone like a Rob in the comms box, because Robs always have background sound. There's always some sort of song playing in the background.
Oh, we get copyright strike though.
Exactly, thank you, Mr. Alice. The best thing you said tonight.
Probably the only sensible thing I said tonight.
You said it, not me.
We're not Fernando's quickest in the second sector.
Yeah, Frana, like Devin said, the big thing that you need to worry about is that copyright strike. I don't know how YouTube do it, but those algorithms pick up every little detail.
I know you can do it on Twitch though. Ooh, not Fernando goes second.
The one thing that I'm surprised with on YouTube, they still don't have a problem with the P word.
That's Afrikaans.
But like you say, Twitch, anything goes.
Well, I know they were looking into fixing that recently, so I don't know how far they got with it.
Keep it open, because the more open they have, you're going to see more people jumping from YouTube to Twitch.
Ooh, Rob is facing the wrong way. No, he was facing the wrong way.
But luckily no damage on that. Merc currently fourth. Fourth already showing in qualifying one that he was sandbagging earlier when he made that comment on the group about his lap time.
As he's gone quickest in sector 2.
Still no Staffy in the comments tonight.
Rob is going very slowly back to the pits. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Unless he still want to do, his race, because he already did 3 laps on those tires. So both Mercs deciding to go medium.
I suppose I can show that information because nobody watches me anyway.
Go for it. I've got mine open. It's no secret. I'm just not saying it loud. Whoever wants to see it must look. So they must pay attention. And that might result in a lapse in concentration on track.
Well, I never pay attention anyway.
Yep, lap times is nogal tight hoor. Maar wag vir Q3, wanneer al die sandbags en cementbags weg is.
En watersakke.
Yes. No, don't worry Mrs. Judge, we won't use the P word here. We'll leave that to Mr. Judge. After all, he copyrighted that one. That's all he's. And yes, you're right, Frana. Royalty fee. Because Judge will charge us royalty fee for using the P word. Oh, Renan Gaming watching Phineas and Ferb. Another platypus.
Phineas and what?
Phineas and Ferb. Perry the platypus. Okay. No, you can see there's no children in your life, so it's fine. Devin, no. I don't understand. I didn't, expect you to know that.
I didn't even know what that shark song was earlier. Muna was mentioning.
The Baby Shark song.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh, word. Okay.
Don't sing it.
Meantime, back on Earth.
Jean just been
You see, Renan Gaming, exactly. Agent P. Run and watch Phineas and Ferb. Perry the Platypus. Yeah, I know. He needs that. He needs a lot of that.
What?
Mr. Judge getting a spanking. I'm just surprised we haven't seen Staff in the comments tonight.
What did you do to Steph?
I don't know what's wrong with the guy. He even chose the wrong car tonight when he entered the lobby. For some reason, he thought he's in a McLaren.
What did you do to Steph?
After he already did like 5 race starts this season in the AlphaTauri, but yeah, I don't think he's on his A game tonight. Because he was also very quiet on the group leading up to this. But yeah, some challenging times for everybody at the moment. Not Sebastian currently a Purple's first sector there.
And second.
On the mediums.
That wall is going to claim some individuals.
Let's see
tonight,
what
some wings.
Not Sebastian do. There we go. First man to go into the 109s, and that's with mediums. He's definitely safe. So he can go make his way to the pit and just wait for Q3 to come on, which we have in just over 5.5 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh, and Nismax goes fastest in the second sector.
Oh, and Rob is complaining there. He says, "Skroef die baan."
I like this track. I really do.
I see Mrs. Judge is also not a fan of that song. Don't worry, Mrs. Judge, me too. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Some good old classic rock, I can go with that as well. But then again, anything from the 80s, being it rock pop, I don't care. Anything from the 80s is good. You might disagree with me, but me personally, my favorite's everything from the 80s.
Toto Africa.
Yeah, that was just one. I mean, come on, the likes of OMD, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard. Why so serious? I ran no. He did say he ran out of fuel. Don't you read?
Who ran out of fuel?
Rob.
Oh, is that why he was coasting back so?
Okay, we must make a plan. We must speak to Mr. Judge. We need Mrs. Judge to get her own PlayStation so she can hook up and get into a party chat and she can join us.
Exactly. That would be epic. Matt sandbagging.
Matt is sandbagging. There's no choice about it.
Hell.
No ways. Now watch. He's going to take it now at the last possible moment and then puts it into the top 10. Watch. It's been the story of his life. Will we see a third race in a row where he retires in qualifying and then just to basically start at the back of the track and make his way through and win the race? That's pretty much what happened the last 2 races.
Not Fernando, an outlap again.
See, Mrs. Judge is also a fan of Toto.
There we go.
Okay, Devin, you're a fan. I just want to confirm. You do know where they got their name from?
Toto.
Yes.
I don't, actually.
Oh, my word. Okay.
I don't.
Do you know the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah?
Okay, now what's the lead character, or the lady at least? What's her name?
I can't remember.
Okay, Dorothy. Now, Dorothy had a little dog. Now, her dog's name was Toto.
Are you saying that they got the name from a dog?
Toto.
Yeah.
Dorothy's dog was Toto.
So what about Toto Wolf?
Toto is an Austrian. But his surname is Wolf, and Wolf and a dog is kind of family, you know that.
That's what I'm asking now.
So don't question the Wolf, man. With that guy, there we go. Sandbags finally off. Matt showing he and Sebastian's going to go for Eddie tonight.
I thought you want to keep.
Okay. Just a note there, Devin. When we get him in a party chat, I want to do this in a party chat, not when we do it on the chat. We must ask Judge about his big country happy birthday. Oh wow! And even Renan gave him notes about Dorothy Gale. So what's wrong with you, Devin?
Well, I drink coffee out of with tap water.
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
think?
Okay, that's why that's the last. Never mind. Never mind. Right, so there's 2 109s, so that's Matt and Sebastian's on the medium. So pretty much the 110. So as I said, the 110 should be safe. So a couple of guys in the 11s, but very close. So still
Yeah.
tough to call so far. It's actually going to be Staffy and Boinkies that's going to be eliminated, and AD. Will Pickle and Wes be able to take it into the top 10?
Maverick also hovering around that.
Yeah, he's
drop zone.
currently just on the edge.
On the drop zone, let's see. Oh, there he goes, 7th. Just riding aboard here with Pickle. And
Pickle
Kiwi as a
Nevis.
teammate.
Yeah, for a change, we got 2 Red Bulls. As I said, a very good turnout tonight. Pickle me this, pickle me that. I'm a cucumber. Of course, what is a pickle? Well, sorry, what is a gherkin? That's what we ask. What is a
I was
gherkin?
gonna say now.
A gherkin is obviously a pickled cucumber. So just for everybody, why we're going on tonight about pickle me this, pickle me that, I'm a cucumber. Because we call pickle gherkin on the group.
Let's see where he ends up. He's in. Oh, he's coming on the start finish straight.
And he's
stays-
11th now, so he stays in the drop zone.
Matt retired.
He might still get one more lap, and he did cross the finish line in time. Vino in the drop zone, huge lock up there.
Well, Pickle goes well.
Well, Wes is in the pit, so Wes is definitely out. So it's between Vino and Pickle at the moment.
Vino's also out on track.
And I'm riding with him here. Pickle, yeah, it's between Pickle and Vino. It doesn't look like Pickle has decided to
there he
retire.
retires.
So
Okay,
that's it. So
Vino's safe.
Vino's safe. So I think Vino saw that retire. Yes, he did. He immediately slows down. So Vino did enough. So and Wes is the other guy. He still is in the pit, so he need to hit that retire button. So Pickle, Staffy, Boinkies, Wes, and AD are the guys eliminated from this session. And now, of course, the real show of speed is going to come up, because now the sandbags and the cement bags and those water bags and the tea bags are all gone.
Just someone drinking coffee.
With tap water. I'll stick to the black water with ice.
Black water with ice.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Rum is black water. Come on, don't you read messages anymore?
I don't even reply to my wife. Or read my wife's messages.
Oh boy.
I said
And
that
you
very
do
loud.
still there saying that loud?
I was about to say, I said that very loud. She might have heard me.
Mr. Judge was eliminated, so we'll only see him again in the race. And of course, we got our other guys here, so we're just waiting for not Fernando and Wes to hit retire. Or for 1 minute to run out. But everybody's pretty much done, so this session is something of a past.
That's a very close session from 3rd all the way down
Hey.
to 10th.
All those
Very
110s.
close. Yeah.
Well, Vinan is
And-
111, it's not far off. Look, if you can get used to this king gear, king there, because it's actually literally just as you think you get up to speed, it's a king gear, it's a king there. And once you get into that groove about this track, you can really put a good lap time together.
Well, like you said earlier, it does remind me of a roller coaster.
No, don't worry,
So-
Mr. Judge, it's not you. Don't worry. It's that Williams of his. We'll blame the car. But it does. It reminds you of a roller coaster. This way, that way, up, down. And then, of course, only track with embankment as well. Look at that final corner, how far it goes up. Reminds me of a old Monza back in the day. And actually, as you approach the first, the second.
Turn one.
No, the second
yes.
chicane. So as you come out of the first chicane of Monza and you go around the kink, and just as you start going towards the second chicane, you will see on your left, you can actually still notice some of the remains of the old track. Looks like a big piece of cement on the side. That's actually a part of an old track. And you can actually see it on the game as well if you pay attention.
Well, if you go up to Ascari from Lesmo 2,
Nope.
don't you drive under the old track?
Cameron, it's a no. No, but you're right. As you go out of Lesmo 2 towards Ascari, that looks like a bridge. That was also part of the old track. Yes, correct. It's almost like an old, what's it, Aquadome, whatever. But yeah, that's actually how the new track is kind of like going under the old track. So you only see some of the ruins remaining of the old track. But if you even look at the old videos, it's like an old cement embankment. Right, Q3. Now really fun and games. So we got both Renaults and we got both Alfa Romeos, of course. We actually got one Alfa Tauri there.
Ooh, one Alfa going out.
And we got one Williams.
Ooh, not Sebastian.
We got both Mercs here as well. So Renault, Merc and Alfa Romeo's got both cars. And we also got a McLaren in the top 10 tonight. I think John really starting to get to grips with this game.
And a Ferrari.
Of course, Nismax. He's still sitting in the pits at the moment. And it looks like now Legends on his way out. So Nismax and of course not Fernando as always. Not one of the first guys to go out in Q3. Some of these guys you know by now who goes out when. So now Cam, Muna nowadays is on the wheel.
Still a damn alien though. Him and...
No, Cam, you can't call Dirk my boy. Nowadays you have a boy. You can call him Oom Dirk. Just waiting. Oh, not Maverick, but then again, nothing to worry about. It's all out laps for now.
He's riding a board here with not Sebastian on his flyer.
Cam, I dare you. Call him Oom Fernando.
That will be a copyright strike.
Oh yeah, there's Staffy. Staffy finally decided to make an appearance. Hello Staffy, yo, oh poopole.
What took him?
Yeah, well, what took him forever. And there we go, not Fernando responding to my comment. Check. And you are absolutely correct. You are so correct, Mrs. Judge. You did meet a couple of us that night. It was at McGinty's. All the way in the East Rand. Well, some say East Rand, some say East Rand, depending how correct you want to be or whatever. But some yeah, McGinty's was the place. That's actually was the night when we also met Judge for the first time.
Ooh, 109. Ooh, 101. Ooh, Sandbags literally off. Matt can respond with a 104.
The 108 is coming. Was also not far off, but then again, I smelled a rat. I knew he was sandbagging earlier this week when he mentioned his lap time. No, Steph, I thought as much when you did those extra laps in Q1 that you're actually using it as a kind of a practice session as well. Steph just confirming what I said earlier. No, so it was that night, it was at McGinty's in the East Rand. That's actually where the famous finger came up, where what DW is giving frick nonsense about. Because DW had his Lions jersey on that night. They didn't even meet us yet, they didn't even say hello. And here comes old Judgy walking up to DW and already showing him the finger because of his jersey. They didn't even say hi or whatever. I think we kind of expected the one is the other, but it wasn't confirmed. And here comes Judge and gooi him the finger. And that night, of course, he brought Mrs. Judge with. And I think that's the same night when I also had the privilege to meet Savvy. Because Savvy also came a bit later to say hi. But yeah, we had some nice KSV at McGinty's.
Ooh.
So 3 109s and 3 110s. But we're still waiting for a few guys to still post some lap times. Not Fernando is out.
The Alpha just went faster in Sector 1. He went faster than his teammate in Sector 1.
I would shut up by now if I were you.
And in Second 2.
Hey, in case he's listening. Yeah, so Mrs. Judge, I was actually one of the guys there that night. And of course, not Kimi here is one of them, not Maverick was the other. And Fernando there, Mr. Fernando, I think he was also there that night.
Ooh, 1098. So if I come down, are you guys taking me to McGinty's?
Not sure if we're going to go all the way to the East Round just for you.
But I'm coming down.
Because Muna is not too far from me. The vet is now in Pretoria. Oh yes, here we go again. Here we go again. Someone who stays in Cape Town at sea level want to come to Joburg, which is Highveld, which is how many kilometers above sea level, and they still say they're coming down to Joburg. You know what? You don't need geography to freaking... but anyway, yeah. It was Mrs. Judge's idea. Haha, thank you. And you know what? And it was actually a good visit that night. And we had a few thereafter.
Everybody, a few guys in the pits, a few guys going back to the pits.
I'm still waiting for this final bang.
Well, Nismax...
So it's pretty much, it's very even if you look at it. 4 109s and then 4 110s.
Very. And then
just waiting for Nismax to still show his cards. Let's see if Vino actually got the grips with the track by now.
Reminds me of the race last night. I didn't like that track. Screw that.
Oh wow, Steph, do you call Devin a man?
Oh, I'm touched.
Down the round. No, down the road I do understand that, that's fine. But geography, come on. Cape Town is below, Joburg is higher up. But anyway. Cape Townians.
Well, if all goes well and spectators are allowed,
it flies down. From Pretoria to Cape Town, it flies down. It flies down to Derbs.
I'll still be coming down, up, sideways.
You'll be coming round the mountain when you come.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So there we go, everybody back in the pits really, just Vina out on track, and as I say that, we got Alpha coming, not Fernando this time. I think he really got upset with him, I would believe. 2 purple sectors in that last sector just cost him a bit of time. So I think he's confident tonight, so he would really want to go, put the hammer down and really... nailed it now. Yeah, Vinze, we hope to see you back.
Oh, he's in the comms.
He's in the comms box, yeah. Well, not box, in the comments. But yeah, didn't let us know anything. We thought he's going to join because he saw him online, but obviously found out it's not him. But yeah, nice to still hear from him. So Vinze, jy beter terug wees volgende week. Mrs. Judge, I don't know what Steph is doing. All I know is one confused puppy. He doesn't know if you want to be a cow or a pig or a dog. Oh, IR Racing, IR Legend. What's it? I am Weasel and IR Baboon.
That's how I do remember.
I would freaking think so. All the weird crap.
That and Power Rangers.
You just see not Sebastian and Matt still in the pits. Force is out. Yeah, you just like Rob when it comes to Power Rangers.
It was directed to you.
Okay, now I can also add Bert to Staffy's list of wanting to be animals.
A bird.
Yeah, you just tweet. And I'm not talking about Twitter. Not Fernando now. Just coming into the last corner of Sector 2. Nesmac still in the pits with 2 minutes to go. Leaving it really late. Or perhaps not posting in lap times. Unless he might have disconnected and then trying to rejoin, because I saw earlier he left and then came back. Matt and Sebastian also still in the pits. As I say that, Matt is moving. Well, Boris Matterton.
It reminds me of a. I'm not sure if you ever watched Snatch.
Mm-mm.
If you ever have
Not
a few.
there we go. Not
and a half,
Sebastian finally responding.
if you have an hour and a half, do yourself a favor and watch Snatch.
I don't know where's Judge. Normally Judge would watch the comments when he's not racing or waiting for these guys while, leading up to the race. Unless he's silently watching us.
Speaking to Mrs. Judge.
Oh, Staffy, said Kelly Clarkson fan.
Oh, Nesmac's finally out.
Yeah, okay, so Nesmac's got control of his car.
Wonder if you'll be able to get
Still
around.
a minute to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be touch and go.
No, I think he came out in time, just in time. He's actually coming into the final sector now, so no, he's definitely going to post another time. Oh, and there's a yellow flag, John. See if he lost the back end a bit. Oh, and Force runs off track. That's not going to help because he's not going to have enough time to start another lap, so that's pretty much Force done.
And Nesmac has started his lap.
Yep. So Force is pretty much done. Matt, also a bit of grass.
Turn
I
3
see
after turn 4.
a Legend coming back in invalidated lap time, so he's not going to improve either. So Force, no, not Fernando, still out there. He's trying to pick up the lead one. Vino just crossed the finish line in time, so he will do another lap. So Legend's done, Force is done, so both into the pits.
I'm still riding a board here with Nesmac.
Force now done. Legend, of course, as we said, it's done. Here we go. Boris coming around the final corner now. Riding board with him. So Matt stays second. Not Sebastian coming around the final corner now.
Ooh, Nesmac
Will he improve his time? And yes, barely, but he does improve his time. A 109.0, missing that 108 margin with just smallest of margins. Now Fernando's also done. RZDV also looks done. Not going really fast. He's probably cock again. Now Vino's also going slow, so that's pretty much it.
Well, what is it, 77 laps?
72 laps. 72 laps of zigzag. And this track is so deceiving. You want to give it as much as possible, but you need to be careful of those corners because it's going to catch you out.
I think there's going to be a few end plates gone and wings gone coming out of the tunnel, out of turn 13.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to do commentator's curse, but there's probably going to be a couple of racing incidents as well after the race.
But yeah, top 3. Nesmac, Matter, Force. For someone that's saying that he doesn't.
That's I don't want to say wild prediction, but definitely, definitely possible. There you go, Devin. Please, can you run us through that? You can have your honors tonight.
All right. So from first down to 10th, not Sebastian, Meta, Force, not Fernando, not Maverick, Rob, Jean, Legend, Vino, and Nismax. Ooh, actually, I didn't notice that Vino went faster than Nismax at the end.
Yeah, but not by much. Smallest of margins. Yeah.
Obviously missing Kimi in there. Kimi would have thrown some spanner in the works. But serving his quali ban.
Right, just waiting for everybody now to finish that race strategies of him. Of course, as soon as one ready up here, we will get the counter counting down. Shit, Random Gaming going, not Fernando P1. It's Mr. Ice to you. Oh wow, these guys are really concentrating on that strategy tonight. There's no ready up. Okay, there we go, finally. So of course, once everybody's ready or the timer runs out, we can go racing. Of course, formation lap first, but yeah, then we pretty much there. Whoever looks decent, so as Boinky said, yeah, do you think it's already what? 140 plus comments ago? Well, Boinky said it's going to be a dry race. Hey, we're having good comments, but we have a good turnout as well. At the moment, 11 people viewing. Of course, like the people commenting there, be part of a chat. It's not all about the commentators. There we go.
Ooh, yeah.
And we got the formation lap underway. No, we didn't get the 20th car as anticipated. So both... No, Carl looks like he didn't join, or he might have joined, but as we already started, he might have left. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know if he even joined to start with. He did join the Discord chat, but I'm not seeing him here. But being it may, if he did join, he still would have served a qualifying ban, because our rule is if you race with us the very first time, you take a quali ban as you need to start at the back. But anyway, how it may ever be, we're 19 cars on the grid, so very good turnout tonight. And both racing points at the back. Of course, both having those 5
penalties.
Yeah, 5 for crashing. Of course, Gaffby got disqualified very early in Q1, so we got Pink and Pink lining up at the back. Judge starting at 16th. Not Kimi just behind him in 17th, for of course missed quali due to the penalty that he got after last week.
So here's a question for you. What if the commentators decide to join the race? Do we serve quali bans as well?
Not if you raced with people before. It's like, take for arguments in the Running Gaming. If Running Gaming might join us now, it's probably a debate about him taking a quali ban or not, because he have raced with us before. But because it's been such a long time ago since he raced with us, so Renan might take a quali ban.
Wait, whoa. Here's the issue.
Foss and Matt Foss, yeah, the two Renaults.
Okay, no.
Yeah, but it's only formation lap. So if you touch each other in formation lap, it's immediate disqualify, and you go sit on the grid and wait for everybody else to come around. So yeah, Mr. Judge, now you know who's this side. No, Renan, I'm not saying you're dirty. It's just a rule that we have. We always had. If you knew you take a quali ban and start at the back, but you raced with us before, it's been a while, but you might still get away with it if you decide to race with us again. So guys that's been racing with us before, even if they leave and come back, they don't need to do that. It's people that race with us for the very, very first time, especially.
Here we go.
Here we go, finally.
And this new camera angle serves well.
Watch that Renault and watch this Alpha. And we are racing.
Ooh, what a
good
brilliant
start. Good start there from Sebastian. Oh,
not
Fernando. Brilliant start by Alpha.
Start.
Matt dies on the inside. He keeps second. Not Fernando runs wide. Oh, and Foss follows him. So one Alpha, one Renault in front, and then one Alpha and one Renault runs wide. Not Maverick, also brilliant into third, followed by Jean.
Ooh, safety cars out.
Oh, 5 second severe penalty, Springbok Gamer and Gaffpeak, 5 second penalty and force. And as you say, safety car already out.
But why is this?
I
don't see any cars.
There was a couple of guys making contact because a couple of penalties popped up for severe collisions. Renan, don't talk too quick, sunshine. Brilliant start, don't jinx the guy now. And this is going to be a battle and a half here at front. Who can keep it clean? Because penalties has been what's costing a couple of guys because
Force doesn't have an end plate.
Because not Sebastian actually lost the race 2 races ago due to having a little more penalties than matter. Well,
Gavin also doesn't have a... Gavin, ooh, there is a... Oh no, that's just my screen is showing a car sitting on standing on the track.
No, but that's the safety car waiting to pick them up. That little yellow dot.
Oh, is it the safety car?
Yeah, that's the safety car. No, safety car.
Because the damn Reynolds are yellow.
The safety car nowadays is a yellow dot. It's not like an orangey color as before. So that's a safety car that you're seeing. Here we go.
Into the pits. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of guys into the pits. Nizmax, legend.
That's the guys that actually make contact.
Force. Gavin, Force, AD. Ooh, and there's a double stack going on at there's a double stack going up at the Racing Point.
Oh, Racing Point not having the best of race weekends.
And 5 second penalties being served.
Oh, Pika left the session, but then again, we're used to that. I hope he can rejoin and, of course, take control of his car again.
They should have made the damn safety car a white dot.
Yeah, but it's like that's the one thing I also found it a bit. Okay, where's the safety car? And then I figured out no, it's a yellow dot. So yeah, I don't blame you to think it was a car stationary on track, but yeah, that is the safety car. You know what? Something I want to say while we were on penalties is unfortunately this guy here riding on board with is well known for penalties. A few races I saw, I commentated on where he had the highest penalty count.
It's either the 1 in 15 or the 1 in 9, the 1 in 18. Which one?
Actually, both of them are good candidates. Yes. No, you are right. Actually, mentioning both. But now I'm actually riding with a pink one.
So let me justify my.
But it must also be mentioned that we do race on strict corner cutting. So if you think about F1 rules, normal corner cutting. So if you put it in normal, they might get away with it. But we go on strict corner cutting. And one thing that I found, it's like strict corner cutting is extra strict in 2020 versus 19. And remember, some of the guys already are used to their racing lines on certain tracks. Because it's only this track in Vietnam that's new. So yeah, so it's a bit, touch and go. So it doesn't mean penalties mean you're bad. A lot of guys out there get penalties. It's also about exploring the track limits and taking the line that's the best for you, the fastest where you can gain the most time. But yeah, as I said, not a good thing for Racing Point, yeah.
This makes making a little bit of a I won't say habit, but having a race from behind and coming up and ending very high up.
He had a brilliant race last week coming from the back. Missed qualifying, joined late, but he took it all the way. He was actually running in the top 5 until his steering wheel started giving him a hard time. Safety car finally coming in. Now this is something to watch. The restart and with these two boys here in front. Old Boris versus not Sebastian. Watch, match next PSN ID is going to be Boris Matterton. And TNB inspired. But always nice to see, of course, the camaraderie.
How do you
Nice.
guys do the TNB logos? Oh wait, there we go.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, there we go.
No, Sebastian responded very well. He just
Ooh,
lay down
there's
the
someone
hammer at
into
the
the
right time.
wall.
Sorry, who's that?
Gin pickles into the
Pickle.
wall.
Oh, and I see he's dropping down.
No, use that. That is a hell of a crash.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Front wing gone.
Yeah.
But funny enough, he decided to stay out and go around again. He could have immediately dived into the pits because it
Ooh,
happened
Force
before
also.
the pit entry.
Force also into the wall. Force running
Yeah,
last.
he's at the back.
Matt. Matt chasing down not Sebastian with a
Matt's-
lead of
yeah,
1.6 seconds.
Force, Matt's
Maverick falling a
teammate.
bit. Maverick falling a bit back. Second drift.
Now the battle here really is the two in front. Not Maverick just watching him from a distance.
Not Kimmy's brilliant start up into 8th.
8th. And he was in 17th at the start. Not Kimi want to get past, not Fernando. He would love to have a piece of his action in front. Of course, there's still Vino and RJDV as well. Vino, not
Ooh.
Kimi. There we go. Not Kimi past, not Fernando. So he's pretty much now after Vino. So he's right there with a guy, Vino, RJDV and John. They're very close. So this is now pretty much a four-way battle for fourth place. Matter with the fastest lap as well. Here we go. Kimi right on the back of him. RJDV is going to try to have a look on the inside of John.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can I see that Rob has 66 on his car?
He
Was
does
that-
have 66 on his car.
So I
and his
suppose
teammate
the
and his teammate's got 22 on his car. So yes, it was an update. It actually with the most recent patch it was announced that you will now be able to select your own race number. So whatever you chose as your race number will now reflect on the car that you drive, even if it's Red Bull or whatever. You know, if it's an official car, it will show your race number. Not like what we saw with the first few races where you actually get the number of a car that you select. So if you chose Lewis Hamilton, you stuck with a 44.
Ooh, Rob
So now
looking
it-
very interesting to,
So that came
to
with
Sean.
so that came with the next. So that came with the
okay,
last
I understand.
patch, I think, which was last week.
Oh, that
so now-
2 gig patch, actually. Ooh,
That's
but
it.
Rob
Yes,
looking
it was one over.
very-
It was one over changes. So everybody have their own race numbers tonight. And as I said, Mercus got 66 and 22.
but
Matt
Rob
another
looking very
fastest lap.
hungry.
Matt
Very hungry
really,
after that,
Matt
Sean.
really fancying Sebastian. Just as RJDV and RJDV fancying Jean, but Vino in striking distance as well as Kimi. And Staffy not too far off either. So both AlphaTauris
Not-
also running well at the moment.
Not Fernando looking very interested. Ooh, into
In Staffy,
Staff
yeah.
over there. There's not much place for
Lots
overtaking
of-
on the circuit though.
No, and lots of confidence on Fernando's side tonight.
Let's see who else is close by. Rob is 3/10 off Jean.
No, now with Staffy and not Fernando. You can pretty much say 4th to 9th is all basically batting. Oh, and Kimi
Oh,
spin.
and Kimi.
Kimi spin. Okay, there we go. Maya, forget about that comment. But not that Boinkies are far off either. So pretty much 4th to 10th. Even 11th. Nismax is also in striking distance. And Judge also running in a solid 12th at the moment. Kept it clean. Quite a few places while these guys tripped over each other.
Not Sebastian.
Soon going to be
responding
harassed.
to-
He's soon going to be harassed by Gaff Peak.
Not responding to Matter, setting up the fastest lap time.
RZDV past Jan. What's Gaff going to do on Judge? Judge going to stand there outside. Gaff going to dive on the inside. Oh, and he touches Judge. That was not well done, Mr. Peak. You were way too far back. Oh, now Judge eating grass.
Ooh.
I think he got a bit distracted. Oh, no, Gaff Peak
Ooh,
runs off
Gavin,
track.
look at that. Ooh.
Oh, both of them.
Oh, shit. That was a...
Oh
that-
my word, and now the guys are running into each other. I think there, Gaff Peak running into Judge actually just caught Judge off guard. And then Gaff just ran in front of him, cut the grass and stuff. But yeah, so it must be said, Gaff Peak not having one of his best seasons this season. Give critic where it's due, but yeah, that's Gaff Peak can do far better. But I do understand he decided to go with no assists this season. not working out for him at the moment, but then again, it is something that you need to get used to. You need to learn your braking spots and all that stuff all over again. Not Sebastian, another fastest lap, and he actually got a gap of a second.
Yeah, Matters out of DRS, sir.
And by getting away from not Maverick even while fighting each other. Not Fernando now coming for Staffy, DRS wide open, and not Fernando into
what
7th.
A pass.
Can he get for braking? Oh, and Boinky's now going to fancy Staffy. Springbok Gamer and Nismax, as you can see there, all these guys are very, very close to each other.
Yeah, Steph tried the cut back there, but it didn't work. But Vino
now still trying to find a way past Jean, while RJDV is pulling away from his pack. So 4th is now pretty much RJDV, so the fight is for 5th.
Not Fernando is 7/10 behind Vino.
That's right, Mrs. Judge. That's right. You tell Gav Peak that. You just tell him that. Mrs. Judge is saying she's the only one touching Judge. Vino and John now touching each other, talk about touching.
Ooh, what happened to Not Fernando? Oh, he had a spin out of, I think that's turn 9. And gets going again.
Was that? I think it was a AHA song. What's it? You touch me, touch.
Wes looking interested into Judge over here.
Yeah, but don't say that too loud. Mrs. Judge not going to like that. She's the only one interested in Judge. Yeah, but he's going to have DRS now coming around this final sector, this final corner. Yeah, here we go. DRS is going to pop now. Here we go. This is going to be a straightforward pass. Judge is just making him second guess himself. He's now going to be out braking.
Ooh, running very close to each other.
Bit of contact there. But all good in the end. I'm Exotical. Hello. Force up to 17th, way back. Gaffic pitted, so he's running in 18th.
Nismax looking into Springbok Gamer, 4/10 off.
Jean
coming up to turn 9.
Jean not being able to hold on to RJDV moving further and further away. Vino still behind Jean, Staffy behind his teammate.
Pickle keeps leaving and joining.
Yes.
Matter coming very close now again to Not Sebastian.
Yellow flag, and it's a pink car again.
Pink car.
So gap pick.
And this man's got past Springbok Gamer into turn 1. Probably with the aid of DRS. Matter just can't seem to get anywhere close to Not Sebastian.
Oh, pickle ghosting. Not Sebastian already come around to lap him.
Ooh, and Gav. Oh no, that wasn't. That was,
no, that was 80.
No, the racing
points. Yeah,
have got. There's another one actually. Who was that? There's too much. There's too much to keep track of.
It's the judge. The judge got a hard time now.
Who's Staffy looking interested in Vino?
2 teammates now. Of course, rule number 1.
Well, you saw what rule number 1 did
at Racing Point. It meant nothing.
Judge got no front wing. That's why. Oh, it's going to be
now dirty tires, no front wing. Oh, and Boinky's out. Boinky's called it. Oh, and Judge as well. We lost Judge. We lost Boinky's pretty much at the same time.
Safety car.
Oh, Not Fernando decided to bail. Not Fernando looked like he was heading into the pits, and at the last possible moment pulled a Lewis Hamilton on himself and decided to go back on track and stay out. But yeah, we lost Boinky's and Judge. Oh, now Not Fernando going off track. Oh, now everything's going pear-shaped here. A couple of guys losing concentration. It's almost like there's oil on the track. And do automatic gears. Automatic for beginners, that's fine.
Oh, no, 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 no. Please don't do that. I see the safety car. Let everybody buy again.
Yeah.
We all know what happened last time
No,
this
but
happened.
it still need to pick up the race leader. It's waiting for the race leaders, and it's still sitting pretty much at the same spot that you saw it when it came out the
Earlier.
first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope it's not what you think it is.
Well, I am riding aboard with a leader now just to see what...
I'm also, don't worry.
Okay, coming around. Okay, safety car got going.
Yeah, finally, we're not having a repeat, because this is one of the reasons why we're redoing in Mexico.
That was a eventful 12 laps.
One for, I'm gonna just one here quickly for Mrs. Judge. One for Mrs. Judge, I just said it earlier, there we go. I don't know, Devin will know this is probably before his time. Definitely before RGDV's time.
You do know we're gonna get copyright for that, right?
Yeah, well. One of the things we enjoyed while it lasts. So just one for Mrs. Judge there. Just as she said earlier, no one's allowed to touch Judge but her. So Gav Pick is still going to get his backside kick by her.
His up and comings.
Because he touched the man. Oh, now Devon's breaking down the place. Oh.
Like I said, I still need more coffee.
Mr. Judge, I don't know what's the safety car issue this season, because funny enough, the last two races, I thought someone turned off safety car, which they didn't. We actually didn't see any safety cars for the last two races after that big Mexico disaster. But yeah, I must say, tonight it's holding up, so let's hope. Maybe
But then
they
again-
patched it, maybe they fixed it, let's hope it's holding up.
Well, but then again, the safety car came out lap one. For there was no cars on the. Yes, you said there was some.
Just touching each other. There we
But,
go. Just some
It came
friendly
out for no
contact,
reason
but
then.
no retirements or anything.
Well, we still
This
got-
time,
we still got 17
this time round, the safety car got triggered because of actual crashes. Judge
Yeah,
and
two
Boyk is
crashes.
out. I said earlier, nothing wrong with some AHA or OMD. Some good bands from the 80s. Now, well, Devin, if we get struck by copyright on YouTube, then so be it. Then everybody can watch Twitch. When all your efforts are not in vain.
Safety car in this lap.
We're making them watch Twitch. When you also get your spectators.
Yeah, I've got none.
Of course, just reminding everybody, so if me and Devin do look out of sync a little bit, just keep in mind, Devin obviously have his view, I've got my view, but most of the time we try to be on board for same cars. But it is dual streaming to YouTube and streaming to Twitch. So if you watch for one, the commentary might not sound all in line with it, but as far as possible we try to keep it to thinking about both streams. But just keep in mind it's two formats, which two platforms we're using for the stream. So again, a severe penalty AD. I said it, and I'm actually starting to kick my own behind because it's going to involve me afterwards. We're gonna get some racing incidents aplenty after this race.
And not Sebastian got an 8/10 lead over Matter. 9/10.
I see Mr. Judge putting a request. You want to hear Toto's Africa?
Oh, yes, please. Who's ghosting?
Oh, John is out.
John, what happened there?
He clipped the wall and all of a sudden the rear wheel was gone. You just saw riding on board you with 80 going through that ghost. Luckily he was ghosting, otherwise it would have been tickets for 80.
But Pickle's ghosting.
Yeah, Pickle has been ghosting for a while. I don't think he came back and reclaimed the vehicle, and it's been a while now. So needless to say, Pickle is not running with us. So Pickle is out of the race.
Yeah, they're 2 minutes behind. Well, not
But
two,
it can
sorry.
be, but it can also be that
20.
but it can also be that he's ghosting because of his cars coming to lap him.
True.
Because Pickle is being lapped. But as I say that, those cars are actually safely in front of him, and he's still ghosting. No, here's another car behind him. There's still cars
Who's
coming.
behind him?
Now here's Force and here's Gavpik. So
No, I
number
think he's
13, he's 17. Number 13 is now past him and lapped him.
And he's not there. He's up.
Oh, and we
No,
saw some
Heidi
archie
retired.
barching. Yeah,
Heidi retired as well.
and now the wheels are coming off literally and figuratively. And safety car out, third time, lap 15, and is already for third safety car. Not that Sebastian Matter would want.
Well, I guess this is prolonging those tires though, so they can go longer on those tires, and maybe just put on that softs at the end. This is only lap 15.
It actually also allowed RJDV to close in on them, because RJDV is now in third place. Obviously, not Maverick pitted, but RJDV now came closer to them. Oh, 3-second time penalty there for Force. I'm surprised Gapik is still in the race. But it is a technical track. It looks fun, but you need to hook up these corners and that little twitchy left, right, left, right.
And pit galores from Steph down to Springbok Gamer.
Oh, and
Everyone's in the
four spun, and I think there might be wing damage as well. Yeah, there is.
He just came into the pits.
No, Force has done 10
Oh,
laps on
sorry,
the tyres. There we go. Force has left the session. Rage quit incoming. And I'm not gonna stay quiet about that, because just after that car spun, Force has left the session. So just coincidentally, after the car spun, had in the wall. No, what's the chance of your internet building up? And there's no load shedding scheduled today. They stopped load shedding, so no, that's a rage quit.
It does remind me of an incident
Just
last night.
as he finally made some places up, and things started going pear-shaped again for him, so he decided. But you know what? He actually didn't even go to the pits. He didn't even go to the pits and then retired the vehicle. He just actually left while the vehicle is on track. And that's actually against one of the TNB rules, so that will definitely be investigation after the race. So don't be surprised to see a penalty coming Force's way at the next race. Because the rule is, if you want to retire, go back to the pits, or at least pull way off track. Because for simple reason that because of this, AI take the control of your vehicle, and AI tend to mess with other guys' race strategies.
Oh, there's Force in the pit now.
And we still got a ghosting Pickle.
Force in the pits.
No, but that's the AI.
Not Fernando's got no in plate on the right hand side of his car.
Force's car is pure AI. Force has left the session. Cannot Fernando come past that ghost? Answer is no. He's into the pits for his own wing replacement first. Safety car still out there, so he can still drive up and join at the back of his pack, or at least come as close as possible to the back.
Force back into the pit. Force is back in.
Okay, I might need to count my words.
Count your chickens.
Unless Force has listened to the stream and he decided to come back in just to drive a car back to the pits and then retire it. But the rule is that you should not leave a session on track. You need to drive a car to the pits if you want to retire. Look, I don't blame people for retiring. Come on, I felt it myself. You really get peed off if things don't go your way. I mean, what's the point of sitting here? What's the point of wasting your time? And you get so peed off, you rather retire. And you know what? If you're going to be mad and potentially bugger up someone else's race, then you might as well just leave. So there's obviously, as much as people give him a hard time about rage quitting, there's actually not all bad in quitting. Let's just see what Visco does. So now he looks like he's got full control back over Renault. And he's actually going to stay out. He's not going to go into the pit. So that potentially might have been a disconnect.
Not Fernandez.
Can be that Foss also listened to the stream and he heard that there might be an investigation afterwards. But we still got that Red Bull as well that's still... Well, if I say he's still ghosting, there's still cars behind him, lapping him. So at the moment I still can't determine if he's in or out, but it definitely looks like he might be out of it. Yeah, riding on board with Staffy shows a clear X next to Pickle's name, so Pickle definitely gone. So Pickle do not count, so we're down to 14 drivers. And as you can see, Staffy just very cautious now, not trying to ghost him. Not sure at any given stage if that car will stop ghosting. And also don't want to trigger a yellow flag for passing under the safety car. Yeah, Judge, you called it. There we go, Judge. Well spotted. It's already past 3 laps and the safety car is still... Oh, there we go. Finally, Judge, you got your answer. You should have commented sooner.
Maybe get Judge into
I just wish Judge wanted to speak up sooner. Because finally, as Judge came in, made a comment, the AI, whoever controls the safety car, got frightened and now they're coming into the pits. Judge, you legend. I would also like to have Judge in the comms box, but it doesn't look like he's very keen on it. He'd rather leave the microphone to the missus.
Ooh, and Mata is much close this time.
Hey, Matt had a brilliant start there. Oh, and it's going to be an all-out drag into that first corner, but not Sebastian managed to stay in front.
Ooh, but Rob's also looking...
RZDV is in there as well.
And
Nismax, yes. But Nismax got the soft tyres, old soft tyres.
Riding aboard with not Sebastian going through the back, looking back at Mata. And this is one brilliant camera view.
Mrs. Judge, if Judge actually wants to join us in the comms box and he doesn't use his favorite word, you can actually hear him, not just see him. Lock up there from Matt, but he's still staying in touch with not Sebastian, not letting him out of his sight. And correct me if I'm wrong, no penalty so far on either one side. I don't want to jinx them. But timing screen also on my side is not 100% correct either.
Yeah,
so
because mine says...
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Now it updates. Now it updates, yeah. That looks more better.
Ooh, not Kimi got past Legend.
Judge, that's exactly what I thought. Ask Devon, I called it because he spun, and as he basically recovered from the spun, Foss left the session. He was briefly out, but he came back in and reclaimed his vehicle, so he's definitely back in full control of that car. Just riding on board with Vino, as you can see, there's no X next to Foss's name. So Foss is well and truly back in control of his car, so I'm not sure if he might have rage quitted and then decided against it, or if it was perhaps maybe just a quick disconnect just via connection issues, that's it. But as it may be, Foss is still in the race.
No, Vino with a 3-second penalty.
Mrs. Judge, you are so right. So I think for that, just for that, we must give Gavpik a penalty. Mrs. Judge is saying all the nonsense started after Gavpik touched Judge. Ooh, Springbok Game and Foss having a tight tussle here, and now Vino want to have a piece of it as well.
Sean left the session.
Matt Foss said no, but Jean already retired, so he stayed in and spectated a little bit. Now said enough is enough. So Foss now trying to slip. Springbok Gamer weaving here, weaving there by both of them. Foss going to go on the outside. Oh, they make contact and Springbok Gamer spinning.
Ooh, that.
Ooh. Foss not having the best of races, so he's Gav Peak. Experienced races.
No input on the McLaren.
No, Springbok Gamer, you can see he's got wing
way.
damage. And around this track, it's going to make a big difference. Because of all these tight corners, left, right, you need that extra downforce. So that in plate is very important. Gafbeek now sizing up Legend. Must say Gafbeek gained a good couple of positions after all the safety cars. You see, that's the problem, Mrs. Judge. He went to optometrist, but he's not wearing his glasses. He's only seeing what he wants to see.
For me?
No, I'm talking about Mr. Judge. Because Mrs. Judge said, hi, hubby, and then he ignores her. That's bad, frick, even for you.
Oh, Gafbeek having a better race now, up into 7th.
Yeah, but I think he's also carrying a good couple of penalties, actually. But he will soon have to be pit as well. 13 laps already on those soft tyres. I'm not sure exactly about the tyre life on this track. We still have the front runners all on the mediums they started with.
Ooh, and Judge, ooh, Gavin spun.
Gafbeek spun. Oh, that caused Staffy to go wide. Staffy had to take evasive action.
Ooh,
And now Staffy gets a penalty for severe collision with Gafbeek. But that was not Staffy's fault. It was Gafbeek who spun. And Staffy had to go wide to avoid him. And as he went wide, Gaff actually still came across him and made contact with him. So that's a bit harsh. I see Boyki's also complained about getting a penalty for someone hitting him from behind. So the game a bit harsh in that case. Because that was not Staffy's fault. There was nothing Staffy could do there. But Gafbeek, yeah, definitely not here tonight. It's not working out for him. Because Red Bull still ghosting well and truly. So 14 drivers, as I said, well and truly. Springbok Gamer did replace his wing, fresh set of softs. Staffy now coming in. He will have to do that wing change, even if he didn't want to. Vino big lockup now, trying to get past Force. Force chasing down Wes. Not give me back into 6th. Chasing down his good old rival, good old friend. By both. Just behind Not Maverick. But 4th, 5th and 6th are all within a second from each other. Matt fell back a little bit to Sebastian. It's now 1.5.
1.4, yeah.
But Nismax fell away to those guys. He can't keep up. Nismax managed to get past RGDV, but he's not holding on to those two in front. I don't think RGDV would have either given those two in front because I don't know what those guys do. They probably put rocket up. They know you know what. But whatever they do, they fly.
Ooh, Not Maverick looking into
RGDV on the inside, yes.
Ooh.
But RGDV will have the inside for the next corner.
Not Kimi. But now
Not
Kimi is
Kimi,
getting
yeah,
very
not Kimi
interested.
is now
got the inside line.
Let's just take this. Oh, there we go. And this is not a very easy section because a lot of Kings here, it's so easy to put one wheeler on the grass, which can lead to retirement as well. Not Maverick now again sizing up RGDV. The clever thing will be to leave these two fighting it out. But no, not Kimi. Kimi is going to go full for it. He's riding on board here with Kimi. "24 laps in and I still have no idea for driver of the day."
Oh, me neither. But that's way too early to call anyway.
Yeah, but we've seen so many position changes and so many safety cars already, 3 of them, and we're not even halfway yet. Kimi now, he's got DRS, but now Maverick also got DRS, but not able to make a move any of them, so RGDV still stay where he was. Legend in the pits now, finally decided he had enough of those hard tyres. Lekker Mr. Boinkies, maar Mr. Boinkies unfortunately had a incident a good couple of laps ago, so Boinkies is nie meer met ons nie. Boinkies and Judge going out on the same lap, triggering the second safety car. Must say 3, 4 and 5 as well as 6 very close to each other.
Very. Pickle still in.
Nesmax still falling further and further behind, but also fending off RGDV. Because even with DRS, RGDV not able to get past Nesmax on that straight. Of course, this is one of my favorite camera views. Glad they brought this one in. But the RGDV is just too far back when they hit this home straight.
I think he's
so even with the
DRS,
he doesn't have enough momentum. Because yeah, DRS wide open, but like you say, he's not close enough to also get that extra toe to have that momentum to slingshot past Nesmax. But of course, in this twisty section, when he gains, but he loses time in that all-important final sector, so that he has just that little bit to make up on the straight. So even if you have DRS, if you're not close enough, you don't have that air added toe, it's not going to be as straightforward as you think. Meantime, not Maverick still having to fight off Kimi, and in front Matter has closed the gap. It's now just over a second, so 4 tenths made up. Oh, and it's one
not
of
Fernando.
Alpha.
Alphas.
There we go, Alpha. Not Fernando spinning.
No in-plate.
Funny how things can go south in the blink of an eye. Matt now fastest lap, that just shows you also he's on the move. That is also why that gap got smaller. Just showing the consequences of wing damage.
The pits, not Kimi into the pits, that's just a normal tyre change onto the mediums.
I'm surprised not Kimi already in on the mediums. I can understand Nesmax on the softs. And not give me another set of mediums. But I know he's also he's also changing a front wing, so that can maybe explain why he put it already on those mediums. So he's probably going to have a late run on softs.
Yeah, probably. But we'll see. But those mediums will not last you till the end of the race.
Oh, and we got Gaff Peak spinning again.
Oh, no in-plate for Gavin.
Mrs. Judge already upset with him, and when he drives like this.
Not Maverick looking interested into Rob.
I see there. I see Judgy mentioned earlier that Fossa actually left the party as well. So the guy not the very happiest with him today. But then again, Judgy did manage to ref Foss a bit. Pushed the wrong buttons, but then again, that's Judge for you. He knows how. But it's all about the good, clean fun. Some of the guys really provoking each other or having a few blows. But it's all in the name of fun, because at the end of the day, they all stay friends still. Just, some of these guys take this really serious, and some, friendly banter. Call it what you want. It's just a unique bunch of individuals that's in this TNB setup. And if you take these guys to head, then you're in the wrong group, because you, as Judge also told those newbies, if you're gonna take offense here, then definitely you're in the wrong group. Oh, and we get another yellow flag there, first corner, and it looks like it might have been Kimi. Yep, indeed. Now Staffy's gonna fancy him, because Staff right in the back. Of course, sister car versus main car.
Steph looking very racy.
Hey, very racy. It wasn't the best of quality sessions, but in race room he looks far more comfortable. It's just unfortunately that incident with Gav, which was at no fault of his own.
Wow, well done. Kudos for him for reacting very quickly, though.
But bad on the programming for giving him a penalty for something which was not his fault.
It could have ended. It could have ended very badly. Could have ended his race. But kudos
for spotting that.
Gavin.
If Vos rage quit and decided to come back, I think he actually are happy that he did come back, because if you see where he's running at the moment, complete turnaround, almost like someone else came in and took control of the wheel.
Yeah, it's brilliant actually.
Because the way this Renault is driving now since it came back, well, since Vos came back, versus the first stint, it's like it's definitely two different drivers.
Springbok Gamer looking to overtake.
Not Fernando, yeah.
Not Fernando on DRS alone.
On the inside, and he's going to make the pass. Of course, Primo Gamer having the contact with Vos earlier, which sent him flying into the wall, had to change front wing. That's how he dropped back. Boom. Pickle definitely, that's no more. He's definitely not came back. Oh, not Fernando now getting lapped by his teammate. Oh, and Nesmax out. Nesmax gone.
Oh, what happened there?
Nesmax retired. Not sure what happened. I just saw him retiring.
Check what
it looks
now.
like it's on the start-finish line.
It's probably that coming off from turn 13. Just want to see
the Ferrari still shows on track. It's now ghosting, but here we go. Nesmax has left the session, so Nesmax definitely out. Although, and it shows DNF, although his car's still ghosting, and you can't go on it. So maybe, okay, there we go. Now the car is stationary until it finally drops off. So there we go. So Nesmax gone. And as I say, we can't count Pickle as well because that car's ghosting. So we're down to 13 drivers remaining.
Legend a second penalty.
But I must say, it's been a while. It took some time for penalties. It's only one or two of the usual suspects, but otherwise really no penalties tonight. And I would have expected more penalties given the nature of this track.
Yep.
Not Maverick now haunting RZDV, who's 14 seconds of the two in front. And those two, it's back to 1.5.
Yeah, Muna, sorry, not Sebastian, is just maintaining that gap to Matter. Rob also just maintaining the gap to
but
not Maverick.
But Matter also experienced campaigner. Know not to rush it. Play the long game. I mean,
especially on this track, yes,
two times TNB champion, so he knows there's no need in rushing it. It will all come later. And of course, if you need to make a move, you can leave all of that for later. There's no point trying it now and then Kubai race, and you don't have the opportunity later. Not Maverick, just still not able to get past RZDV. And RZDV's got for much older tyres, both on the medium compound at the moment. Matt just still keeping that Alpha there in his sight.
Legend also 7/10 off.
Yeah, Legend can try Steph here. But as you say, Steph is really racy tonight. Of course, Staff and Legend, and then not Maverick and RJDV. That's where the two main battles are at the moment. Of course, then it will be that one in front. Of course, it's just that those two, Legend Staffy and the Maverick RJDV, both Mercs involved. It's just that those battles at the moment, the gap there is less than a second. But other than that, the closest gap between drivers is still the one in front.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a spread coming now. It's, like you said, the closest battle is Rob and not Maverick.
And still 3 laps to go before we finally reach the halfway distance.
I would have thought we would have seen someone on odds.
We had Legend on odds earlier.
Ah.
That's why his days are only 7 laps old. Wonder how far Force is going to push those softs. 18 laps already.
Oh, Force is
getting
edging closer to that third place battle though.
No, it's not far off them. He can see them.
A 10th year, a few hundreds there type of thing, but let's see, Maverick is much closer this time.
He can probably smell the fumes of that Williams. Can RJDV keep him off? Can Maverick make the move where you least expect it? Versus where you needed someone like the judge. Lap car. Going off track to make way for them, but just to keep him guessing. Nothing like 2 cars battling and then having to lap a slower car. And a slower car just keeping them guessing. Oh, not Maverick had to just adjust there because the car was starting to slide. Nicely spotted and reacted early enough. One Merc being chased and another Merc chasing.
So doing the chasing. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Force is very interested right now into that third place spot.
Yeah, he's much closer. He's now in DRS as well.
All he had to do was just stay calm, continue racing, things will happen.
He's now really going to start putting Not Maverick under pressure. Not Maverick just dropping off RJDV now. Oh, and we're going to have a yellow. That is Springbok Gamer. Yep, indeed, Springbok Gamer off again. Not Fernando. Surely is going to come past him now. I think Springbok, luckily his front wing is still intact. Otherwise it would have been a straightforward move for Not Fernando.
Now Force is very close to Not Maverick, and Rob is actually getting away.
Yeah,
he's just getting away from them. But Legend's also way closer to Staff this time around.
But Staff also an experienced campaigner.
Ooh, and Legend going down on the inside. Very well done.
Oh, now there's contact. I think that was Staff just coming back at him. That would be probably that's more like a racing incident, because Staff actually came back at him and we ended up side by side, and it was in one of those twisty sections. So there's always going to be contact if you both come too close there. Not an easy track for passing, as you said earlier, and all those twists and turns making it difficult. But Staff is missing an end plate, so will he stop here immediately?
Well, you should, because he's just going to be losing time. You're just going to be losing time. Not Maverick getting closer to Rob as well, and they're just losing time to in front.
Just as they gain time, they lose time again. And meantime, the front runners are basically getting further away.
I mean, at this point,
those two in front almost have a full pit stop in the pocket.
Exactly. Oh, yellow flag in sector 1. The yellow flag is cleared.
It was probably Gaffby who triggered it. I'll blame him. We're blaming him tonight for most of the stuff, so might as well blame him for that. Oh, we don't know a 3-second time penalty.
So I don't even want to go check who's got
most-
what penalties, because there's just too much happening.
True that. Of course, just 13 drivers remaining.
The battle for third place is under a second, or just above 1.2 seconds.
And you actually got 3 guys at the moment gunning for third place, and both the 2 behind third place are within a second from each other from RZTV, which is in third now. So as you can see, there we go. Talk about the 3 of them. That's how close that gap is. I think the worst of the year is Force on the soft tyres. And when RZTV, so the one that's best place here is not Maverick. That's also why he's not pushing too hard, because he knows his tyres are newer and it's obviously harder than the soft that Force got. So he can go a little bit further than both of them.
Oh, that's hurting Force though, because those tyres, once they fall off, they are gone. He's going to need to pit. Oh, and Maverick doing a move, diving down the inside, and he has pushes
a little bit of contact there, but nothing major,
pushes,
more like a wheel rubbing, but not Maverick is through. And as I say, he's got the better tyres. So it's just now a matter of keeping it ahead so that RZTV don't get the cutback.
No, I think he made that move stick.
Most vulnerable when you do make the move because of that cutback, but not Maverick survived it, so he's on his way.
Matt is clawed back.
Yeah, DRS range.
Wonder who's going to trigger that pit stop first, and will the other one follow? Just to cut him off.
Oh, and there we go. Matt responded with another fastest lap. RZTV has done the same amount of laps as these guys. Well, Force now very close, so Force will have DRS. And being this close, he will also have a tow. So this should be pretty straightforward for Force. There we go, Force going to the inside. RZTV down from 3rd to 5th in a matter of corners.
And Force, there we go, yeah.
RZTV now wanting to get back at Force.
Ooh, and Rob,
contact,
Rob
a little bit of contact, nothing serious.
Force, he's lucky he still has his
he just sent, yeah, but it wasn't a big impact, so he still got his wing intact, and Force, luckily the backside didn't step out.
Well, now Rob has lost, but 5 tenths in the span of 2.
He's falling further back. Oh, and another yellow flag. That's Primo Gamer ghosting. Not Sebastian now fast
responding to Matter. These two just trading blows at the moment.
Springbok Gamer ghosting, but then again Force is in front of him, lapping him.
I don't see anything wrong on Rob's car though. He's got both end plates.
He's still out.
I wonder if his tires are not gone. And who's that dives into the pits?
Force is diving to the pits. He's going to go for mediums. He should be able to see it through. 32 laps to go. The race leader's already 39 laps.
That's going to be a sprint to the end on softs. Those 3 safety cars actually helped a lot.
Oh yes, changed things around completely.
Matt very close now, gap under what was under 5 tenths.
5. We will have DRS this time. Oh, and Steph, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Okay, let me go check out who's got penalties.
Gee, you just wanted one to, because Gaff already another 3-second penalty.
Well, not Sebastian has none. Matter has
Boris also should have none.
none. Not Maverick.
Also none.
Not even a 1 winning. Rob. None. Vino. It's got 6 seconds. Force 3 seconds of a 1 validated lap. Kimi's got a 5-second penalty, which is I suppose served already. No, I don't. Yes, he did. Legend 5-second penalty.
The RGDV finally decided to get rid of those tyres, so he's on his way for a set of soft. So it's only the race leaders pretty much now.
How far are they willing to push those mediums?
That's the question.
Well, they're over what? They're over the
Oh well,
pit stop.
Force made for most stops here, not Fernando, and Force is still in 5th place.
They're over the pit stop ahead of the 3rd place.
Now the
Who-
yellow.
Matter dived into the pit.
Yeah, Matt actually responded this time round. Last week round it was different. Last week it was not Sebastian who put it first, so this week it's different.
Ooh, not Fernando. Not Fernando is out.
Yep, there we go. Not Fernando did not finish. Speaking of which, of course, that is my commentating buddy on the Thursday night there at Sonic Sim Racing. Of course, you guys, you can catch us, of course, Sonic Sim Racing. Currently using that Midweek Racing channel. Most of the guys you see here is also there. My co-commentator here, TNB, is also a racer there at Sonic Sim Racing. And then not Fernando is racing here, so then the commentator there with me. Of course, a couple of guys racing in both formats, so Thursday nights and Friday nights. So let's see, talk about commentary. Let's see if we can get that third commentator in here if he wants to speak to us. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Now, he actually joined me last week as well after he went out, and it was actually nice after my co-commentator decided to go ESCOM on me. Oh, and that 5 seconds is going to change things
Where
up.
is Matt? Matt is coming down the start-finish straight. This is going to be very close. There's Matt around the corner, and he's
Not Sebastian is out, but that 5 second penalty is going to cost him. He arrived at that pit lane line just a little too hot, and that is what's going to cost him in the end. So he's now going to have to get away here. And funny enough, very different strategies. Matt decided to go on the hard tire, so you don't need to stop again. Not Sebastian on the soft, so he might not need to stop again either, because if you look at the likes of Foss and those guys, deep into the 20 laps, and there's 29 laps, so it's possible for Not Sebastian to push those soft tires to the end. Plus it will be the faster faster tire now, so this is the time that he now need to push and open up that gap.
Exactly. Plus that car's going to be lighter on fuel, so
Yeah,
you can push
he
it.
decided to join us. He's not going to ignore us. Good evening, Mr. Not Fernando. Oh, is he
I'll
there?
be with you in 1 minute.
Okay, there we go. No problem.
Well,
I see
Not
we
Sebastian,
up. I see we
actually-
up to 195 comments tonight, and that's probably mostly thanks to Mrs. Judge. Mrs. Judge, thank you for being a part for the support. But yeah, like you say, bloody ESCOM. I think a lot of the guys actually had a sigh of relief. Oh, and Staffy in the back end. Yeah, Staffy into the barriers.
oh, is
Front
that?
wing gone.
Oh, that's not even an in play. That's
That's
complete
the
front
whole wing gone.
Virtual safety car. Correct me if I'm wrong. That once the safety car is triggered 3 times, it won't be triggered again.
3-4 times, yes. That's why we're going to see VSCs from here on. Ooh, speeding under VSC. I knew this was going to happen because a couple of guys get caught out. But again, it's like the penalties are a little bit more severe, more strict compared to previous versions. And VSC gone. We're back to normal
gone.
racing conditions. No, Springbok Gamer was just ghosting because of being lapped. So we're down to 12 cars still remaining.
And Gavin's got a run on. Gavin's going to dive down the inside on Wes. Oh, but things better of it.
I can't find anything nice to say about Mr. Gavin tonight because his racing is not up to standard. I've seen better from him, and I also TNB champion. And it's not that I want to criticize the guy, but I can't give credit where it's not deserved. Not tonight, though. I just hope the real Gavin can pitch up again. Because if Gavin gets turned on, oh wow. And I'm not talking about turned on that way if Cam is still listening. Before Cam think about funny things to comment yet. No. Please, Mrs. Judge, please do not say sorry. I just wish all my viewers want to be so active on the comment section. I don't want to just listen to Devon the whole night. I want to actually hear from you guys as well.
I thought you loved my voice.
Now I'm thinking about the little sad Snoopy dog. But funny enough, as you called it, finally now Gav dives to the inside and make a move on Wes. It took his sweet time.
Not
Here we go, fastest lap on those softs, but he's not really getting away from Matter.
Well, he needs a 5 seconds though, so he needs another 3 seconds.
Both of them have tyres to go to the end, but Matt's going to be in better shape at the end, having the hard tyres. Yeah, it's easy to say Matt could have been on the mediums, but you need to run both compounds. And Matt decided to go hard and just stop once. Not Sebastian, potentially once, unless he might have to stop again. But 5 seconds, so you really need to push to make up those 5 seconds. And at the moment, it's just not getting away from Matt. Matt also getting these hard tyres turned on. Because you need to get those tyres switched on and in operating temperature. And funny enough, Matt just managed to do that. So, yeah, you can expect Sebastian getting away from him somewhat. But it's not running away as you would think he would have been because of a compound difference. There you go, gap as you can see, it's 1.8, not much.
Closest gap
so
now
Matt is actually in the better position at the moment. If we can get Judge, I would love to. Just bear with me, let's see if we can get him in here. Let's just spice things up tonight. We might probably get copy strike tonight, so let's just, you know what, no, let's give a viewer some fun. It's all about having live fun. Bark, there's Steffi in the background.
Let's see, the closest Rob on, not Kimi, 17s. Closest battle on track. No, battle. Gavin's also, Gavin just stopped the back up.
No, it's just outside the second.
1 second mark. Funny enough, I don't know if
yeah, we
not
go. He decided to join us.
Wow.
So Judgy, unpopular. No, we're spicing up things tonight. We're trying something new. Judge never joined us in the comms box. It's not like he really wanted to, but tonight we're kind of like forcing him. And we got Mrs. Judge also demanding. So Mrs. Judge, yes, Mr. Judge, just for you.
Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
There you go, Mrs. Judge. You heard him right here. Finally, he's on the mic. And Mr. Not Fernando, Mrs. Judge said hi just as you came in, but you missed that as you were busy there. Let's hope Not Fernando is with us already. We're still busy there.
I think he's here.
I would love to. No, but you know what? We got Judge here, so Judge can also help us with that. Judge, what? If you could just give us some insights, what happened there? You and Boink is on one lap, but it's like one moment everything went well, and then it's just the cars were all over the place, and we almost thought like we can have Mexico all over again.
It went all pear-shaped, huh? Totally.
Because it looks like this track is actually more than a handful than what you would think it is.
It's a handful. No, it's not a because you keep going. Your car keeps going. You go one side and the momentum is on the other side. So it's difficult to keep.
Before
the
you
car
know
going
it,
straight.
you take the
roller
inside.
coaster you spoke about.
Yeah, you take the apex on the inside, and before you know it, you're outside on the grass on the other side.
Yeah.
And you actually did pretty well. Good start there, running in a good 12 at one stage.
Yeah, well, if you keep it clean on this track, you can come off good. But yeah, it's
No place to overtake, I suppose.
Lava
Except the
Blood.
start system.
Oh,
As they
Mr.
start
Sexy Voice. Oh yeah, I know that's not me or Devin. So it can only be Judge.
the start straight is basically the only place to overtake if you don't want to take chances.
That's it. But you also need to be very close, even if you have DRS. We saw
Ooh,
you need to
yeah,
have some
yes.
toe. Oh, Springbok Gamer again.
Springbok
First
Gamer.
corner.
Out of that curve turn that you before you get to the home straight there, you need to be close to the guy that you are following. Otherwise, the toe is not helping at all.
Because even with DRS, if you don't have that toe, you're not going to make the pass.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hey, there we go, Mr. Fernando. Not Fernando, sorry, Frick.
Not Fernando.
Not Fernando. Will be always Fernando.
How are you guys? You guys enjoying the race? What's it look like from your perspective?
Lots of
Madness.
action, lots of stuff to talk about. We got Mrs. Judge also keeping us company. And she said hi, not Fernando, twice, and you missed on both occasions.
I'm getting on YouTube now. Okay? Yes, there we go. I have YouTube in front of me.
Catching up with some of the comments.
I'll keep an eye on the comments.
I think it's actually our best one yet. Over 200 comments already.
Fantastic. I see done.
Springbok
200
Gamer
comments.
pitting. Springbok Gamer is going to get
people
rid of
watching.
those softs. 22 laps to go after this one.
Trying to catch up with events here. You don't know what's going on in the rest of the race when you're in the cockpit.
Oh, Matt
we didn't
now
know
with a
Sebastian
purple
leads by
sector.
2.8 seconds. Maverick third.
Matt actually closed the gap, now under 3 seconds.
Let me bring some info on my screen so that I can have some better
they're back.
context. Did you guys notice how many pit stops I made?
Yeah, at one stage it was
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that was quite something.
You and Force, and just for the sake of everybody, just to show you.
Oh, somebody lost it.
Ooh,
Big time.
that is
Ooh,
not Sebastian.
not Sebastian.
Ooh,
And that gives Matt well and truly the race. Just to confirm that, not Fernando 4 stops, and you also have Forceville on 4 stops. Couple
That's
of
right,
free
it was,
stops.
It was a bit of a rough one. Twice Jeff actually threw the wrong tire on the car. So
Oh, that's a Jeff special.
yeah, basically I got wing damage just as the safety car happened. So going around the final bend, so I thought, okay, well this is perfect. I'm gonna dive into the
Oh,
pits.
and now another
They
3
were supposed to
second
put on
time
mediums
penalty.
and they threw on another set of softs. And then I
Judge?
broke my wing with those set of softs. So yeah.
So, Judge, I just got a little one there for you. Mrs. just warning you there. She say, yeah, that will teach you to let Gav touch you, Judge.
No, I think they're warning to you guys that now I'm in the com box. I think that's the
No,
warning.
no. We were talking about touching. We even played touchy. It's just, and funny enough, it's just after Gav clipped you because he tried to take you from far back. It's like you didn't expect him on the inside, and then he basically touched you inside, and that's actually when things started going
That is
pear-shaped
where
for
the
you.
things start to go.
It's like he
yeah.
surprised you there. You didn't expect him to be on the inside when you went into the corner.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult one, that one.
That gap at the front now 3.5 seconds.
Plus,
That's,
Muna's carrying penalties, a 5 second for spinning
8
in pit
seconds.
lane, and now the
8
3
seconds.
second. No, I was getting to that, Devin. Slow down.
Yeah,
It was 5 plus now the 3 because it was so close with the pit stops. Muna just arriving a little too quick. But yeah, so as it is, 8 plus with 3, so it's an 11 second gap in Matt's favour.
Yeah. No close battles currently.
Mrs. Judge is because he doesn't wear his glasses and he probably can't read that well anyway. So you're safe, don't worry.
I am wearing my glasses, Papa.
Ooh. I don't think we've got a picture of Judge wearing his specs.
Oh, that one with a grey beard. Not Maverick diving into the pits. Yeah, he's probably going to go. Oh, now he's speeding in the pit lane 5 seconds.
That promotes Force up to third.
Yeah, but Force will have to stop again. No, not. It's 14 laps. 14 laps on those mediums. So Eve is correct because it's known that this can bugger around. But yeah, I think Force also had a couple of close battles tonight. But yeah, we will see what's going to happen after the race because I expect a good couple of reports coming in.
I don't think we'll see any more safety cars. I think we've had our fair share.
Yeah.
Might still see some virtual safety cars just come in and mix things up. The penalties were acting, well, I didn't get any penalties, but almost. The safety car was acting up. It was telling me to pass the car in front of me, and then I'd catch up to him, and then it was telling me to stay behind him. So yeah, I don't know what was going on. It wasn't all of the safety cars, it was one of them in particular.
And Devon was actually starting to get panicky at that one safety car where he let all the cars go past. Almost we thought Mexico incoming.
Exactly.
So did I drove past the safety car and I was like,
here we go again.
That thing is just sitting there. I'm like, I hope this thing isn't sitting here the next time I get here, and it wasn't. So
you see the comment
that's the first thing that went through my mind was, don't do this, not now.
So,
I think it was lap 11.
Mrs. Judges were asking me what's the safety car stuff, a lag situation again. I don't think so. We fought as much at the time, but it turned out well in the end. Couple of issues at the end, but nothing compared to Mexico.
Only one McLaren left.
Circuit.
Yeah.
In the race.
Springbok Gamer off the circuit.
Front wing
he got some damage there.
Pickles
but,
in the pit.
No, that car's been ghosting, so that car is not counting. We got 12 cars. That car's a ghost car for some time now. And Judgy, by the way, your message is shave off that face, alien Judge.
Yeah, no, it's not welcome in there, I told you guys.
Now, my plan, puppy.
I see not Sebastian is bringing that gap down, but it's going to be tough to ask him to do a 8-second gap.
Still
10
breach
second
at 8 seconds,
deficit,
exactly.
Yeah.
And Staff also went backwards from where he was. Kind of like that penalty that wasn't his fault, and from there it also just went back.
Up at the front has closed slightly, 2.8 seconds.
And Gaspic has been all over the place as well.
But I think
very different tyre strategies there.
I think there was a few crashes under the safety car. That's why the safety car was staying out longer. While the safety car was out,
you were getting a bit agitated. You thought the safety car was glitching because it shouldn't be staying out so late.
I think, well, I don't know, but from my experience in the race, the safety car only came in once I was in the queue. So I don't know if it waits for the queue. Okay. Because it never came in and I was still chasing the queue. I always got to the queue before the safety car came in. So
okay.
I don't know if it waits for everyone.
No, normally it stays only the 3 laps. That's it. And even if you're to back some distance off, it doesn't wait for you to catch up. So, but then again, it's a new game. I think we're still getting used to it. What's what with online.
A real battles on circuit. Closest battle is one that may develop.
Maverick and Kimi.
Maverick and Kimi, that's 1.5 seconds. Maverick on the faster tyre.
Fresher tyre.
2 lap old softs. And Kimi on the 28 lap old mediums. Just 1.3 seconds the gap. So shouldn't make too much of a handful of it.
Now Kimi spun, and that puts not Maverick through. And Kimi's got an end plate missing as well.
Maybe just stretching those tires a little bit. Recommended usage around about 30 laps.
And
he's on the controller, so 28 laps, getting a little close.
Oh no!
And now he's lost that end
not
plate.
Sebastian.
Oh, not
Not
Sebastian,
Sebastian.
not Sebastian. And that's some serious front wing damage, so he's going to have to put
Yeah.
again. Now under threat from Force, so
And just after the pit,
yes,
the pit,
he's going to
the
have to
pit
do a whole lap with that
pit
wing
stop.
like that,
Pit-
and Force
yeah.
can now gain some serious time. Force is coming with home straight now, start finish line, he's approaching that first corner. Still looking for that Renault 1-2. Oh, I also think so, Mrs. Judge. I also think so. Because he's not talking to you, he's not commenting there, he ignores you when you say hi to him. More than once.
I don't know if he's is he looking at the comments?
No, he's not. That's why she's saying what she's saying.
but not Kimi also into the pit,
Yeah, changing that wing, you have to.
going on to the softs, or going on to a fresh set of
Oh,
softs.
this is gonna be touch and go, but I think Force might actually jump. Not Sebastian.
Let's
It's
have a
gonna
look.
be a
Where
battle
is
on
Force?
track.
I
but-
don't think so.
Now gap is already
Sebastian.
less than 21 seconds. But remember, there's still the penalties as
Sebastian
well.
dives into the pits.
And Force has got more penalties. Not Sebastian
See
in.
where he is.
Force,
This stage,
Force is now in the entering
Coming down turn
the
12,
bank.
turn-
He's in the embankment.
coming up to turn 13, onto the
Not
start finish straight.
Sebastian, still very.
Oh no, he
Still
served
taking
his,
Force is
Can
through.
clear him easily. Also
He
has that
served-
wing change. So
and he served his 5-second penalty.
Yeah, Muna would have served that, so when the gap is only now, so he only got technically the 3-second penalty. The 5 is gone, so he might still be in good position because Force has got more penalties than 3 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
I
did
did
get
confirm
some-
that for you.
Renault, the current Constructors Champions leaders, they lead 1 and 2. Force in second, 36
Force only has
seconds
one
adrift.
3-second
of his
penalty.
teammate.
Oh wow, so they're actually even. So Force got 1, Muna now also just bound to 1. So it's even. It's going to have to happen on track. So Force is definitely well and truly in the better position. But for now,
Yeah.
because not Sebastian's on the fresher rubber. And surprisingly, he put on the mediums where softs would have seen him through to the end.
From my short experience in qualifying, the mediums are not that slow. No, in Q2, in Q2 I went out on the softs by accident, okay, and then I set that lap time. But I wanted to start the race on mediums, so I thought, okay, what the hell, I'm gonna throw the mediums on and I'm gonna try and go quicker. And I went like 700ths slower on the medium. So yeah, the medium's not that slow.
Mr. Not Fernando.
I think on the game it's 4/10. It says 4/10 is the difference. Yeah.
I'm going to leave that question to you to ask the judge.
Alright.
You on the comment section, that second last comment. Please can you read us that question loud?
Second last comment.
Yes. Please judge, you must listen to
why
this.
do I need to read this?
I'm giving you the opportunity.
Oh, Rob is getting very dicey onto Bino, yo.
I think Judge should read it.
Important. I don't
Judge?
think Judge is even.
Is he still? Yeah, I think he's
I was
gone
just
into
about to
full
ask the same
spectator
thing.
mode.
Is Judge,
He's
is
just
Judge
gone
still
into
with
full
us?
spectator mode. He's like, hey, this is better than YouTube. Get to listen to it live.
He's watching it on his PlayStation while listening to the commentators live. Who needs YouTube? Judgy?
Don't know what this comment
Ah,
is
there we
about,
go, he's still
but,
here.
don't know what this comment is referring to, but, and I quote, Judge peeing on the floor like a
Wait,
naughty
what?
puppy again. What is that?
No,
That
Judge
is
being
what's
on the floor
my
like a
comments.
naughty puppy again.
Yes.
I don't know
What-
where the fuck that comes from.
There's a inside joke that we're not being told about.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob.
It's not the
Back to the
first
race,
time.
Matt still leads. 37 seconds is the gap for second.
And not
Rob is
Sebastian,
getting
not
my-
Sebastian close the gap to Force.
3.9 seconds, 3.8 seconds. Keep your eyes on that gap.
We're
Just
gonna
one
have
lap
a
old mediums
battle
versus
here at the
21
end.
lap old mediums.
Merc on Alpha Tauri as well.
If he's going to take those tyres to the end, then he's going to have to do another 11 laps. He's going to take those tyres up to 32.
Judgy, it's not the first time tonight we saw that comment about Puppy being on the floor, ne?
We saw,
not the first time tonight that comment came up.
We saw Kimi spin when he stretched those mediums.
Yep. Now he's on the softs.
Hope that Force doesn't try to take them too far.
It maybe have a double meaning of saying something of maybe she thinks I'm scared of her or something like that.
No, but you are scared of her. She said that as well tonight.
Then
you're not acknowledging.
Having a good laugh. Having a good laugh.
Steffi spun.
Yeah.
Again with Rob.
Oh, there we go. RGDV having a look on the outside. Ooh, not Kimi, of course. Fastest lap with those fresh softs.
Oh, Rob's got no in plate.
Yeah, so a bit of contact there between him and Vino. Because they came very close. But still, Rob is still very racy. And it's in this twisty section, yes.
Ooh, very narrow part of the circuit to get racy in.
Without the in plate.
That's it.
Rob will be thrilled to have his car not showing 44.
No problem, Mrs. Judge. That's why we so glad we could help. And you're actually also contributing towards that.
Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the activity on the channel. 8 people watching. 3 likes on the channel. If you haven't liked it, give it a like. Always helps. Matt's still in front. Gap holding strong, not pulling away. 37 seconds.
Not Sebastian getting still closer to Force.
2.7 seconds.
I really thought
take second place
I really thought he would go on softs, being only 13-14 laps left when he pitted. But clearly comfortable on the mediums. Vino now behind, already made that pass, but did he? Vino's going to come back at him. And Vino took the oh, now he cuts over, and now he made contact. No, Vino, that was a naughty move.
RZDV.
Very hasty there, being cut cross, but luckily backed out of it, realizing what was happening.
Through the remaining McLaren, he's got end plate damage there. I had end plate damage for about 6 or 7 laps, and it's not fun.
Almost. Vino, now it's like he's not being able to control the car. Yeah, now it's like slippery. Funny enough, you say driving on ice, and then Mrs. Judge comment about ice, so you know what? That's me. But Mrs. Judge, that's why I'm here. By all means.
Also,
and you will tell me. You see, now that Mrs. Judge is on the comments, she's watching. Mr. Judge is quiet, and I don't know Mr. Judge like being this quiet.
Keep your
very close.
Keep your eyes peeled on the gap. That gap between Sebastian and Force now
1.7 seconds. We're going to see a battle very quick.
Going to come into DRS
in the pit
soon.
Wing change.
He might actually get a double dose here. He might actually get a double dose here of DRS, guys. He's got a.
Oh, here we go. DRS is pretty much close.
In front of him. He's going to be able to get DRS off that ghost car.
Ghost car of Gaffbeak, you're right. Well spotted.
So even though the gap to Force is 1.1 seconds, he's within DRS.
Now he's actually going to have DRS on Force himself because he's just under a second.
That's right, he got a double dose of it. Got lucky.
Just a little bit too far back at the moment. Can he get toe of a ghost car?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, you can.
Here we go. This is how close it is now. Getting closer and closer now. But it's a very tricky part now to try to make a move. It's just about being patient.
Now it's about getting
right in the gearbox of a radar
for that next DRS zone and staying as close as you can. Make sure you get the most of it. If you've got some ERS overtake in your back pocket, now's the time to use it. Some rich mix. Throw everything at it at once.
Not Kimi also close to Vino. That's the other battle out there.
You've got, if you get really close on the exit, and you've got a bit of all three, you should be able to get past before the corner.
Now he's very close to Force. Now surely he will have whoever DRS coming around now.
Surely we're going to
Just
see
holding it.
DRS open up.
Not Kimi,
We
very
go,
close
fastest
there
part of the
to
racetrack for me. You really have to
Here we
hold your
go,
breath
closer,
around here.
getting closer and getting closer. Got to the inside,
Think
but just a
about
little
it.
bit too far
Not
back.
Yet. Not
think
yet.
of the cutback.
But the ghost car of Gavpik's also not making things easy. Testing concentration.
Just a bit of a distraction. Here we go, they've cleared that. So now it's a race for the two of them.
But I must say, kudos to
Not-
Gavpik, realizing what's
not-
going on behind him. So Gavpik
Not
actually slowed down just to get these two past him.
Not Kimi overtook Vino coming out of turn 13, not even on the stretch. Not even in the start finish straight.
Yeah, Mr. Not Kimi fan.
And now it's 4/10 of a
4/10.
second adrift. It's going to. Yeah, you don't have to do the live.
But-
It's a bit too fast for that.
But now the ghost
Then,
car is out of the way, so Force will not have any DRS. So it should be all advantage, not Sebastian.
Doesn't really have ERS to
Here we
use.
go, and it's got the slipstream stall, but not gaining quick enough.
That ERS charge very, very low.
It's going to have to
on
save
the
up
Alpha.
ERS so that he can use it all there at the end.
Maybe even save up some rich mix and, like I say, use all three and just get past before the corner, before the braking point. I'll be focused on these two. Matt's gap increases to 40 seconds. Now getting really close here for second
Very,
place.
very.
Alpha on the inside thinks
Can
about
we see
it.
can we see a
Oh,
part where he uses
yeah.
it? And now Gavpik
No,
decides to
Ghost
come
car-
back.
Ghost car getting involved yet again. Like I say, it can just be a little bit distracting. Sometimes better to just tap off and let them be on their way.
Like you did just now. And now you're coming back at him.
There
And
we
now he
go.
overshoots him
Missing
because
his-
his braking
his
is crap.
braking point, going through the Alpha multiple times, and like I say, that can just be really distracting when you're looking for your apex, when you're looking for your braking point.
Surely
don't
they
need
should
that.
now. Muna very close, ever closer, gaining. DRS will
That's
open
it.
now.
Close
But
to
just as he
speed.
comes out of his slipstream, then he loses momentum, took a bit of slip again. Coming back
Had a
in
bit
side
of
by
ERS.
side.
Had a bit of ERS this time around, but chose not to use it. So
And
got
he
by
is
without
through.
using it.
And they are even on penalty, so this is purely
Straight past, yeah.
proper racing because no penalty gain for one or the other. So it should be all done on track. But the fresher medium's doing the job here for not Sebastian.
Yeah, already up to 8/10, almost 9. There we go. So 1 second. So Force already out of DRS if he was hoping to be towed around by
Okay.
that Alpha for a little while.
And I'm seeing a repeat of Bahrain, of Abu Dhabi. So and if I see what happened there, I'm thinking the same type of action again.
Noticing that the comment section has just gone awfully quiet. What's
Yeah. Mrs. Judge
so
gave up on Mr. Judge.
Gotta keep it going. Gotta keep it going.
No, Mrs. Judge gave up on Mr. because Mr. don't want to talk to her.
Giving up on the comment section and Frick has given up on the mic.
Room.
I am still here.
4 laps to go after this.
I'm just trying to see where the closest
Come,
battle is.
Judgy, redeem yourself.
And currently there's none.
No real close battles now. Just that 2.3 second gap between Sebastian and Force, but that's a gap that's growing. Force isn't going to be able to hold on to that. He's
Yeah.
almost done 30 laps on those set to mediums. Does Maverick maybe come into contention for a third place? Or
Yay.
is it
Oh,
3
wait.
laps to go? It would take a big
10
mistake
seconds. Yo, that's
or
a
a
big ask.
puncture. Don't know how far these tires are. They look riding on board with Force now. Looks fine. obviously not able to keep up with the car in front of him on much fresher rubber. With the penalties, Force just 3 seconds, right?
Yeah, Force just 3 seconds.
One of his better race penalty-wise. Good to see.
Nice race for Renault. Again, your constructors
1-2
leaders.
No, sorry, was 1-2.
Just going to increase that lead.
Hey, Devin, I still have a battle here.
No, there's no battle anymore.
No. Mine, your job, remember?
No, but our battle.
Yes.
I've
You
got
finally
my,
got somebody.
Yeah, I've got mine.
Apparently,
Kept it clean.
apparently the comments were quiet there because dinner break.
Yeah,
3 laps to go.
she was eating Maltesers.
If only I knew what those were.
No, Judge is too slow to
Judge.
Nice, yes, nice chocolate balls. Oh, it's lovely. It's like crunchy inside, but with chocolate round balls with the crunchy bits inside. Oh, it's lovely.
Hot chocolatey balls.
Let's make a visit to the British Emporium. They've got that's where you'll find all of those snacks.
We still got Boris
But at a
leading.
price.
What's not at a price? Oh, Rob under a second now to Legend.
Yeah,
Yellow
overtook his
flag.
teammate. Finally overtook his teammate.
Matter coming into the pits, your leader coming into the pits.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
he's going to throw on a set of softs and just
That's for
rub
the
it in.
fastest lap. Going for maximum points tonight. He's got the gap. He can easily do that. So this is purely for maximum points.
There's a quick stop, so that 39 seconds, it will come down. But,
Of course, 2 points for the fastest lap and plus the 30 for the win.
Get them across the line, back out on circuit. See now, just going to use this this penultimate lap just to get some heat into those soft tires. Then I think on the
Gaspy
final
can
lap
have a
he's going to
penalty.
have a real go for it. All the signs are there. Go for
Okay,
the extra
Devin.
2 points.
Yeah.
The one person who's not driver of the day, I can tell you that for sure, is Gaspy.
Yeah, true. But my drive of the day is the one in...
Not Gimme.
No, one in
Oh,
the one
wow.
who's leading. That's the one who's leading. Hasn't made any
You know
mistakes.
what? It sounds boring, but I'm actually leaning the same way.
Johan there in the comments
Yes.
saying should really like to join the commentary for a session.
I think we will have a ball of a time with Mrs. Judge.
We could potentially make that happen without a PlayStation.
Yeah, Devin
we
wanted
should.
to go there, and then he became too technical for himself, and he gave up on himself.
Good,
So
that
maybe
You can basically, right now we're doing a commentary session from a party chat. All we need to do is do a commentary session from a Discord chat
Discord.
as we do
Yeah.
the podcast.
there we go.
And you can send the link.
We get
Join the
Mrs.
link.
Judge on Discord, and then she joins
Then,
one of the chat radios, and we do it on Discord. Yes.
You can even send a link directly to the chat radio and not the entire server. So
Here we
do
go.
that.
Matt
We
is
can, we can
just lighting
organize,
up
we
the
can
time
organize
screens.
that sometime. Maybe have a look at the calendar. What's left on the calendar, and what your favorite track could be. And yeah,
think-
let us know, and we'll try get the Discord set up and get that going.
I think Mrs. Judge will show us a few things about how to commentate.
Yeah, no, for sure.
26 seconds.
Matt really highlighted
Is he
lighting up
gonna get,
final
is he gonna
corner.
get that fastest lap?
Yes, it's purple
Yes, he
sectors
is.
all the way so far.
Let's see, he goes over the line. That's
There
it.
we go,
That's the
there we
one.
go.
Yeah,
Matt
yeah.
has got
the
it.
fastest lap. He did it. Got the extra 2 points.
109.9.
And he's not going to be able to respond on
Well
those
done,
tires.
Matt.
He's just going to bring it home. Let's see now, we follow.
As Devin said, faultless driving. Good start. Battled all the way from the start there with Not Sebastian. Kept it clean.
The only remaining Alpha. Going
So
over
well
the line.
done,
I don't know
Matter.
who his teammate is, but he must be a real idiot because I never see him on track.
Now
Fourth
we'll leave that
classified
to
there,
judge
fourth-
to
fourth- fourth,
tell
third.
you. But
Then
you're always
there we go.
welcome.
We've got just waiting for Maverick. There we go. That's confirmed. Fourth
Oh,
place. And just waiting
That's
for
a
Unserved
Kimmy.
penalty.
penalty.
Mrs. Judge for driver of the day. She drove over Commonsby, and true that.
I can second that.
If we give her some points for driver of the day and just stick her name on the championship. There we go.
Yeah.
There
why
we
not?
go. Why not?
Why not just do that? There we go. It might just be 2 points or whatever it is, but
It will be 5
good going.
points, and she will be on the championship standings. And yeah, Kimi came from a long way back as well, starting at the back.
He done
Well
his
done to-
podium celebration.
Congratulations.
Well
And,
done to Meta. Well done to the top 3.
Well done to Renner. Nicely
Devon,
done.
how long? Devon, come on, please get to the program. Get with the program. It's not Matter, it's Boris.
Boris
I told you.
Matterton.
Go watch. What was the movie I said earlier? Oh crap! I forgot the movie's name now.
Was want me to just go through the
Yeah, please, Johnny, can you do that for us? Run through that for us.
obviously some Matt just taking the win there. Quite a dominating performance. Everybody there in the top 8 getting penalties. Sebastian coming through in second after a up and down race. I think he can be happy with the position. Fourth and third as well, up and down race. Great position. Maverick fourth, Kimi fifth, RZEV sixth, Pino seventh. We've got Legend in 8th, Gavin 9th, Wes making up the top 10, then Staffy in 11th, Springbok AM at 12th, Pickle 13th, and a whole bunch of DNFs.
No,
with my
but
name on top of it.
Pickle
I
also
absolutely
counts as
love
a
it.
DNF.
I'm commentating on a race where my name is on the timing screen. What?
It's pretty much only the top 12 that scores because Pickle ghosted for majority of the race, so that Pickle one don't count.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my fellow commentator. Boom. It just says Devin Ellis. Okay. No, he probably just went out of the game. Kevin. Hey. There we go. Let's see if we can get our top 3 in here.
It's a brilliant.
Yeah, that's a guy that don't believe in kettles.
It's probably the tap water coffee that's making you paranoid, which is making you stay offline. You see, everything's connected. Just gotta
Devin,
think
don't
about
suggest me stuff. I already invited him. I'm just waiting for him to join.
Ah.
We don't drink tap water coffee, so we don't get paranoid. Oh. We're just waiting for Boris Matterton, but we got our second place and our third place guy in here. Force is in here, so we got... No, we're just waiting for Boris when we got the full podium in here. Guys, just a reminder, you are on the air still, we are live. Just want to see if we can get out, if our race winner wants to join. Still waiting for him. But anyway,
Hello, Force of
hello,
Radio.
Mr. Baby. Okay, so, yeah, we're just on live radio here, guys. Just bear in mind, we're still streaming. Just post race interviews here. Okay, it's not looking like Boris is joining. So Matt
Matt will be joining. He's run off to the loo.
Okay, cool. So let's start with you, Mr. Not Sebastian. What happened there? First place for a long time. You and Boris been going at each other. Then the gap shrinks, then the gap opens, and then you made a mistake. So what happened there?
Trying to plug in a headset.
Oh.
Did you
Headset died and I couldn't go with silence.
Last week Nismax, this week you. Technology failing you guys.
Yep. Old headset is dying a bit.
Oh, and then we had to sacrifice the race for the headsets, and then boom. And Matt, of course, well, Boris never looked back.
No, it didn't.
And of course, Boris, late pit stop there just to rub salt in the wounds there and get that fastest lap as well.
Yeah. I already had it, but I thought I just want to do it again.
I thought you were going to make it 3 in a row tonight. Crash out in qualifying and then come through the grid.
Yeah, I think if I did crash out in qualifying, I think Muna would have had me easily today. He was
Yeah,
on
because the
another level.
pace, his pace in
On another
qualifying
level,
was
yeah.
electric.
Yeah, us two were just... Even
Yeah, we
though
were
the
pretty
guys
well.
behind were like on faster tyres or newer tyres, we still opened that gap. It was unbelievable from us two.
No, but yeah, you two from the word go, both of you had incredible starts, but so did your teammates. Both your teammates actually had beautiful starts as well. Because coming into that first corner, you had Vos and not Fernando right there. For a moment, it looked like you're going to have Renault and Alpha basically taking the first 4 spots, and then not Fernando ran wide, and it's like Vos mirror imaged him, and then you two just pulled away, and that was that.
Yeah, actually, people initially thought me and Vos had contact.
No, there was no contact.
Because we both went to the back of the field around the same corner.
It was
and I
like
no,
mirror
no.
image. Mirror
I
image.
was
You
like,
could see it
there
in
was
the, on the
no
stream.
contact. I just ran wide badly. I went too fast, and maybe was Vos behind me or ahead of me?
Vos was behind you, but it's
Maybe you just followed me. I
mirror
guess.
image. He took your exact line.
That's what happens.
But speaking of which, while he's talking, while he's here, Vos, what a race, up and down at one stage, running at the back, and then 4 stops and all, but still running at the back. At one stage, I don't know what happened there. You left, came back, and it was like a whole different force to control of your car, because from the first stint, disconnected, rejoined. It's like Vos just came alive, drove a race of his life, made up positions, all the way into third. Okay, so that explains the disconnect. And I think you're ecstatic that you were able to rejoin and get back, because like I said, after you rejoined, it's like there was less mistakes, it went a lot better, and everything just started falling into place like it's meant to be. And I mean roller coaster style. But Boris, I think you're getting bored with us right now, aren't you? Because tonight it was only not Sebastian. There was no Kimi or anyone else pretty much. It was just a two-way fight all along.
It wasn't boring from us two, I don't think.
Come, Boris.
Yeah. I was like, can I keep in? And I was like, let's save some ERS for a few laps. The gap just stayed as it is, and then
I was doing exactly
it
the
was
same.
just we were both still at the same pace, to be honest. And yeah, even when I think I made that little error.
I think you two
we both
have each
followed the
other.
same lines.
Yeah.
That's how.
Now you two have each other.
on
You
pace.
know what to
Follow the same
expect.
lines, and I made the mistake.
You guys know which lanes what to take. You guys just know everything about each other. You just, if one's gonna make a move, the other know how to counter. Just that's the understanding between you two. So at the moment, yeah, there's like nothing to separate you, especially if you look at tonight. So if it's not going to come down to penalties, you two really take it to close racing.
Just to chip in, Matt. Are you familiar with the track we're going to next? Are you any good there?
Let's have a look at the track. What track is it?
Stupid
I don't know,
question.
you have to go and look on the calendar, because
Oh well, I'm just scrolling up the pictures now. Don't worry,
not familiar with that.
Matt, you should already know. That's Boris's place, man.
I should already
Going
know.
to-
Oh god, okay.
Going to the home of
Can't
Boris.
find it. Where is it?
Boris is home.
Thanks to the home of
Silverstone.
Boris.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. He
No
lives in
pressure
one
on
of
me
those
then.
sheds, I'm telling you. Boris lives in one of those sheds.
Oh yes, it is Silverstone. Yeah, it's only an hour and a half
Ever
drive
heard of
away
it?
from me. If we went to Donington, that's about 40 minutes away, so
Oh wow.
not
Okay.
too bad.
Donington.
But yeah, Silverstone. I haven't done a race around this track yet, so we'll see. Let me
So
get on.
there we
Yeah,
have
I was
it.
alright on last game on it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, you heard it first time. Of course, next week, same time, same place. Silverstone coming up. Always a cracker as well. And the home of Boris, as you just heard there. So next week, same place. So more of this stuff to continue.
Race to the Hamilton.
Gentlemen, thank you for putting up the show tonight. Thank you for racing and the entertainment.
Just before we go, there's a prediction there in the comments about a lap time that Matt will do at Silverstone.
Yeah.
It's a 58 seconds.
58 seconds.
There's no minute. It just says 58 seconds.
Let me guess. Kimi make that prediction?
That came from, well, basically the same thing. That came from Not Maverick.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So,
one of them. It can only be one of
yeah.
those two, yeah.
They think the same way.
But gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the fun and games on track tonight. And of course, for those of you watching, thank you so much as always for the support. Mrs. Judge,
200
special
comments.
thanks to you tonight for the participation and keeping the comments going and keeping us entertained here in the comms box, which makes things for us so much easier. Thank you so much. Of course,
to you
Vin,
guys.
next week, same time, same place, Silverstone it is. Till then, people, stay safe. And of course, now that the ban is over, drink lots of beer, smoke as much as you want to
I
smoke.
need some.
But come
I've
next
drunk a lot
Friday,
last
same
week.
time, just would appreciate
some
you
coffee.
watching again.
I've run out.
The stuff tea and beef.
So, there we go. Any last words, guys? We're about to sign this off, gentlemen. On that note, bye-bye.